Well, hi everyone. How are you doing? Welcome once again to the Purple website and a Zelda game with animation in it that I need footage of. It's a beautiful, smoky evening. I have tea. There is a Zelda, which I recalled having mixed feelings about at the time, but it's a much prettier version that I hear does have some improvements. And I recall Link having some face expressions in it, which is always a good sign for my specific purposes right now. Hope you're all doing well, though. And if you're on the West Coast like I am, I hope the smoke and or fires aren't hitting you too badly where you are. 'Cause we definitely got the smoke here. Yes, we do. Walking outside, not pleasant or recommended at this time. Hoping that rain kicks in. Yeah, I imagine Vancouver's not looking a whole lot better. We're not that far away. No, you brave Othello over it. Seattle is the raininess of Seattle is extraordinarily overstated. It does rain here, and it gets very overcast in the fall and winters for sure. But I have not, in my experience, it has not been an extremely rainy place to live. And when it does rain, it's always it's like a steady, prolonged light rain. It's not like those parts of the country like in Georgia where I was from where it may not rain super often, but when it does, it's going to be 15 minutes of torrential whoosh, and then it's gone. Hey, thanks for the bits. Go Casey. I think I've said that name wrong before, and I just did again. You're here with heavy eyelids. You won't last long. That's understandable. It's pretty late for some people right now. I'd start earlier if I could. Day jobs, you understand. If I've got the energy for it, I'm thinking we'll do some Breath of the Wild Sunday late morning over here. Maybe that'll help. No promises. I can never promise the Sunday one, but maybe. I'm excited to see Skyward Sword. Haven't played this one since it came out either. Or I dipped back into it for a brief little recording with Lily way back in the day. Back when Playframe was still called Extra Play. And it was fun. It was neat also doing it with Lily because Lily also had been working in game dev herself for a while. In game art, she knew some aspects of game art and graphics and stuff that I wasn't familiar with, so she was able to kind of introduce me to some new concepts that I thought were pretty cool. I'm very curious to see, one thing that bummed me out with Skyward Sword back in the day was that because it was on the Wii, which was not an HD console yet, we were still kind of back in those doldrums of, 480p or whatever it was. There was a lot of beauty in the art that really got lost in that pixely mud. And now that we've got a nice, maybe 1080p, maybe less, hard to say, and closer to 60 FPS version, I'm real curious to see how this game looks. And I've heard that some of the more egregious gameplay and UX and UI experience things have been kind of sanded down a bit too for this version. I'm excited. quick question. I want to gift you a game I made just as a present, not because I want you to stream it. I watch Playframe so much while working on it, but I don't know how to reach you to send the key. Oh, that's extremely sweet of you. If you want to, we have a couple of email addresses that'll work just fine, either newframeplus or playframeplus@gmail.com. Either one of those will work. They'll both get to me. And yeah, no, I'm very flattered and very glad that we could be like some ambiance at least for your creative process. Congrats on making a game. Any completed game at any scale is a huge achievement. That's really cool. What if Breath of the Wild 2 is just Link working a day job at Hyrule? You just cook food from 8 to 5? You joke, but actually, now that you mention it, I would be quite entertained by some game set in peacetime Hyrule. Any one of them. Just like, as a setting, as a sort of like generic-ish fantasy setting, I'm sure you could do all kinds of fun little games in that kind of space. I'd be here for that. I'd play it. Yes, welcome. It's a Legend of Zelda party. Because I need footage. Speaking of which, I guess we should get started pretty soon here. These links aren't going to record themselves. Oh, it's a Mario Party but in Hyrule? Heck yeah, I'd be in for that. This weird sort of Bob's Burgers except Zelda vision you guys are collectively pitching is something I'm increasingly interested in now, actually. Or yeah, like a Reciteer game in a peaceful Hyrule. That feels like it's just right, like, that just works almost right out of the box. You barely even have to change anything. Take Breath of the Wild setting, like whenever we get, or maybe post Tears of the Kingdom or whatever, I don't like, wherever we need to be in a timeline. Let's take a game, let's make one that takes place after A Legend of Zelda in the wake of one of the more cataclysmic ones. Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild's definitely a kind of post-apocalyptic one, and let's turn it into sort of like a happy home designer type thing where like, okay, the war is over, realm is saved, if still a little bit apocalyptic. Let's get everyone like, let's start working on just building up infrastructure in this world and getting people homes and getting villages established. And let's start like helping people get like these civilizations back online. And just build out lots of little villages for different cities and realms. Yeah, kind of SimCity-ish in a way. Or yeah, the Terrytown thing. I don't think I even found Terrytown when I did Breath of the Wild, but for what it sounds like Terrytown is. City Skylines Hyrule. I'd play it. Are you kidding? Or Dragon Quest Builder. Actually, Dragon Quest Builders might be even closer to the mark, but frankly, I'd do either one. Too distracted to play Skyward Sword now. We're onto something. I have no idea how I didn't find Terrytown. It's kind of one of those things where, like, I always love in huge open world RPG type games when people who are already big fans of the game pop up in like the comments of things saying like when they see some really cool, like a cool vault they never found in New Vegas, or a rad boss and catacomb or dungeon they didn't find in Elden Ring or some other thing, and they're like, what? Look at this, I love this game and I didn't know it was here. Like that kind of thing. I love that. And Terrytown's that for me in Breath of the Wild. Played many, 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 many hours of that game. Beat it, loved it. Didn't scour the entire world or anything, but I definitely filled in the whole map. Did a lot of the stuff, and somehow never found the Terrytown thing. And then so later when I was like hearing it described in various like video essays or random tweets or like articles, I was like, what are they talking about? This sounds awesome. How did I miss this? That literally just happened to you in New Vegas today. Yeah, I think I played New Vegas back closer to when it came out, and before I really had a full understanding of and appreciation of what Fallout at its best is. And I don't think I was very thorough in that game. I think I missed probably half of what was cool in that. I still enjoyed it a lot, but I think I missed a lot of it. Did I ever try to register a skeleton horse at the stable? I don't even think I caught a skeleton horse. There's a lot in Breath of the Wild I didn't do for having spent 80 plus hours in the thing. All right, well, we should start playing Skyward Sword, or we're gonna be talking about like pitches for fun alternate world peacetime Zelda games all day. Not that I would mind, but I do need footage of this. All right, hang on. Let's get switched over here. Let's get you some title screen. It's gonna be fun. Here we go. New game. Sure. Oh, you've never actually played this one. Well, then you've got some fun things to see. I confess, I think Skyward Sword is a relatively weak Zelda game. But as with any Zelda game, it's got some very strong things going for it. I think it's one of the best Zelda soundtracks, period. There's some wonderful music in this game. And it's very pretty as well. And it's got some good characters in it. Like, it's not the most fun one to play, but there's a lot good about it still. And I am curious to see what, like, I know that there are some improvements and changes made to this HD remaster of it. So I'm curious to see if I like the early hours more. Sure does look good at a high frame rate, though. Hey, thanks for the gifted sub there. Littlest Echidna. What is this bird species called? I really like them. Loftwing? No, but like the actual ones, the real bird in real life. Shoebill, thank you. I enjoy the Loftwings a great deal. And the Shoebills they're based on. I do think that this is an awful design for the, for this big, dangerous threat to the world, though. Rise, Link, the time has come for you to awaken. You are fated to have a hand in a great destiny, and it will soon find you. The time has come for you to awaken. Link. Like, this monster is the most Monsters, Inc. looking thing. Look at that expressive Link. And that bird. That's some good comic timing. You don't get a lot of great, like, comedic timing jokes in Zelda games. But it's so expressive, I like him. Hey, sleepyhead. I know how much you like to sleep in, so I'm guessing this letter will be your alarm clock this morning. Did I guess right? Rise and shine, Link. Today's the wing ceremony. You promised to meet me before it starts. Remember? You better not keep me waiting. Zelda. Oh, it is always time to insult the expressiveness of Breath of the Wild, Link. It never isn't. In a loving way. But here we are. And there's our fellow. Still has the moving eyes in his sort of idol, which is nice, and he blinks. Also good. What sort of fidgets have you got, my fellow? All right, looks around. Nice. See that alone? Just that. He didn't even have to stretch. If he just looked around in Breath of the Wild at the great scenery, just kind of tilting the head a little bit. That by itself. And yes, it does need more Midna, but all but one Zelda game do, in fairness. Thank you for subscribing, Sal Mello. And for that, Lord Trident. And for the bits, Chakaldraconis. The best, Link is always sleeping at the start of the game, opening ever without envelope delivery. I love that envelopes bit so much. It's very good. And the Zote also. Everyone's getting a word in tonight. It is, listen, it's all right, and in fact, it's correct to miss Midna in every single Zelda game Midna is not in. Wow, that does run smooth, though. It's nice seeing a Zelda game that runs higher than 30 FPS. Like, I'm fine with 30 FPS, but every now and then seeing the... What is this, an argument? Between this little odd couple that are the only two personalities I've created sound for in here? Yeah, I guess. They're fighting now. Ah, dang. We need to get a Midna alert in here just so that Midna can also get involved. I feel like Midna will win a lot of these arguments. And yeah, Link is looking a little bit less stiff, which is weird because this is the one where like Link's upper body attacks could be a whole lot more variable. Like, so this originally released on the Wii, right? So, and it was meant to work with motion controls in a much more like variable way where you were waving the arm in front of you and his movement of the sword was imitating yours exactly. Well, as exactly as the Wiimote was capable of doing. Unlike Twilight Princess, yeah, you could like shake the Wiimote to swing the sword, but the sword didn't actually like track position or anything. This is so ridiculous. Thank you all very much for the Pichus and the Zotes. Zote thinks Breath of the Wild Link is expressive. What a weird hype train. What an argumentative, sassy, and sour hype train. Sweet and sour, I guess, is the flavor. A bizarre energy for Skyward Sword, but I don't hate it. If we do, all right, not to get distracted from Skyward Sword again. Thank you, Zote. But, if we get a Midna in here, what should the number be? I don't, like, that's honestly, it's not like it's hard to find good clips that sound cute or funny with good characters. It's hard figuring out, like, what's the number that fits this? What number feels appropriate for it? 57 for Zote, 172 for Pichu. That's pretty straightforward. Any Pokemon's actually pretty easy. They have a number. What do you do for Midna, though? The Pichu plane in the Zote boat. 2006 for Twilight Princess. That kind of works. All right. Pretty expensive for y'all, but like, if y'all feel like throwing $20 in every time you want to hear Midna. I feel like she's not going to get in as many arguments that way. Maybe like 206 or something. The hype train channels our inner Carrie. Yeah. Carrie may join us later, actually. She can't write at the moment, but a little bit later on, we might get the other mic set up and she can just come hang with us. 206 could work. I could see us doing 206. But yeah, that's always the trouble. Like, I can think of plenty of fun characters and sounds to add in here for us to play around with. To give you all this soundboard, this weird soundboard that I'm creating.
Thanks, pal.
Sometimes there's also Goofy and Donald. Thank you very much, Brave Othello, for those gifted subs. That's very kind of you. Pichu thanks you as well. 33 for the mask and mirror shards? Okay, we could get something like that.
Nah.
Could be like a mostly a random number. Yeah, it's true. We can just throw a number at it. This is a very good chat. I agree. Y'all are fun. Okay, we'll start playing Zelda again. I've stalled long enough. Yeah, what I was really looking forward to seeing here was hold L and tilt to move the camera. Oh. All right, sure. It's weird I have to hold that down to move the camera, but I'm guessing that's because the sword is going to be attached to the right stick with swipes, is my guess. I really like the texture style in Skyward Sword. That's kind of why I was really wanting an HD version of this, because like, it's what a cool little like almost pointillistic painted look to textures. Isn't that cool? It's a really unique look. A unique look that like, it all kind of like muddies and blends together the further away you get from stuff, but once you get up close, you get that kind of like fun, splotchy texture to everything. I really like it. It's neat. Thank you for the bits, all the bits, and subscribing, Alex the Oracle. Thank you for all the assortments of 57 and 172 bits. Yes, Pichu. How's it going over here? Good morning, Link. Today's the big wing ceremony, right? I wanted to fly too, but I didn't make the cut, so I'm stuck back here at the academy. Plus, I gotta move these barrels over to the kitchen. I was hoping to at least be able to cheer you on, Link, but I guess that's the way it goes. Go out there and wow 'em, buddy. Thanks, Fledge. Very supportive. It's so pretty in here.
Nah.
It is a pretty Zelda game, I'll give it that. I guess it's pretty hard to find an ugly Zelda game at the end of the day, but pretty. Yeah, no, Yen, you're definitely walking into the middle of a Pichu and Zode argument. And I don't know if they've settled it. Nope, they're still going. I love the music in this Zelda game. It's one of my favorite, like, not my favorite Zelda game by a long shot, but easily one of my favorite Zelda soundtracks. Beautiful. I thought we all collectively agreed not to talk about the CDI Zeldas. We were all going to ignore those existed. Until they, like, ceased to be, like, Queen Mab. Does literally anyone know... Do even I know who that is? Does literally anyone know who Queen Mab is? And what I'm talking about? All right, we got one person who said yes, and that makes me happy. It's a Merlin Arthur lore thing, I think, or at least from a movie. You know what? It doesn't matter. Okay, Brave Othello knows exactly what it is. Thank God. Somebody knows. I don't know why. There's something just very evocative about... We're going to stop playing Skyward Sword again for a second. There's something very evocative about the way that movie kind of ends, where there's this witch character who is defeated by everyone forgetting her. So basically, like, the way the heroes win is by saying, we are going to forget you, and basically all turning their backs on her and, like, just ignoring her as she fades into nothingness. Which is, like, this... Which I love. Like, it's, like, mediocre movie or whatever, but, like, but I love that idea. That's what I'd like to think. I'd like to imagine that if there were just these awful people in reality or on Twitter or everywhere else, if we just collectively chose to ignore them, not only would they, like, be annoyed by that, but they'd actually just sort of, like, fade into dust. It's a nice thought. Anyway, hey, Link, up here.
Yo.
Oh, that's in a side story of the Dresden Files universe as well? Oh, cool. I did not know much Dresden Files, or any Dresden Files. I've heard of the Dresden Files. Good morning to you, Link. Today's finally the day of the long-awaited wing ceremony. Is that hype train still going? Oh, it's wrapped up now. Goodness. Are you feeling ready? Oh, I just remembered there's something I'd like to ask you about. Target me. We can have a quick chat. Hello.
Ooh.
Excellent. Always remember you can target someone to talk to them easily. And even when there isn't anything to target, it's a convenient way to quickly face your view forward. Oh, but it's a little silly to carry on a conversation from this distance. But why don't you come join me up here? Goodness, they're still arguing. You should be able to climb up if you dash up to the top of that wooden box, don't you think? Then you can make that jump. Then you can make that jump fairly easily. Try climbing up here.
No.
Well, we got the stamina meter, but it's a lot more annoying in this one.
Yo.
So, what are you up to? Rushing to get some last-minute bird riding practice in this morning, Link? Oh, you have someone to meet. Ah, Zelda's waiting for you, is she? Perfect timing, then. You see, Zelda's father, Headmaster Gaipora, has a pet named Mia, and, well, she's scampered off again. Look. Look, over there. Do you see her? The headmaster's so busy working with Zelda preparing for the ceremony. I thought that maybe I should feed her, but the ceremony's about to start, and I just put on a fresh set of clothes. And, well, you see... Will you help me out and go retrieve Mia for me? I'm on it.
Ooh.
Fantastic. So you'll do it. I know you're in a hurry, so I really appreciate you taking the time to help. You should be able to climb up somewhere over there. If you hang off that ledge there, you can climb onto the roof from the other side. I'm terribly sorry, but... Gracious. But I know you're quite the climber. I really do appreciate it. Lots of animation work for climbing animations. They really wanted this to be front and center, I feel. Yeah, there is a lot of climbing. Can I just Yeah, they've got I mean, like, they've had ledge grabs and stuff before, right? Like, that's... They've had those systems. It does feel like maybe a little bit more robust right now. And a little floppy. It is weird having to hold down the left bumper for the right stick to work as a camera. That is bizarre. Understandable, given the rest of the game's controls and the control scheme this was designed for, but still, weird. Hello. You're very cute. And I do still love both the way Link holds this thing and the delight. It's how we'd all feel. Can't break eye contact. Too in love. So happy. Anyway. Where are we delivering this thing? Ah, here you are. Nice work. You've brought her back safe and sound. Thank you, Zod. Sorry for troubling you with this. I know you're busy, Link. I suppose I should feed Mia now. Please tell the headmaster that we found his pet. He should be up by the statue of the goddess. How are the kitties doing? They're good. Sleepy. Lazing about. I believe Zelda's there with him, so you should hurry along. Oh yes, I should give you a reward. It's not much, but please take this. Don't tell the others. Ooh. Money. Alright. Can I interact with these yet? Yes. An animation analyzing for the kitty. Oh, there is! Right you are. Thanks for the heads up there. Let's go have a look at the cat. Or the... whatever it is. This. It's cat adjacent. And I like its little bandana. Yeah, it's super simple but cute. Does little head tilts. A little bit of a light tail wag. You can still pick it up. It does fidget a little bit after a while there. Not a whole lot more to it though, I don't think. Here you go. Hang on. If I pick you up and bring you over here, do you like walk over to the guy? Or are you too far away? Too much work. I'll just stay here. All right, come on. Here you go. Perfect. Okay. How's it going?
Oh.
Morning, Link. How's life? Did you manage to get even a wink of sleep last night? Figured you might have been tossing and turning all night, thinking about the big ceremony today. What am I doing? Oh, just fixing this gate here. It's been squeaky lately. We can't have that on the day of the ceremony. Hey, you haven't already forgotten to send your prayers to the goddess this morning, have you? Just face the bird statue over there. Say a short prayer to save your progress. As you know, those bird statues are all over Skyloft. It's about time you got in the habit of stopping at a statue every time you run by one. A prayer in time saves 9, if you know what I'm saying. I don't. But thank you. But yeah, that is a less stiff, still not super natural looking run on Link, but better. Not throwing the cat off the island. Come on. I mean, it would be a very wrong play thing to do. But I feel like chat's in agreement with me. O youth, guided by the servant of the goddess, unite earth and sky. Bring light to the land. It's rough. I'm starting to get like real used now to Link and all these characters being very expressive on their face. And it's going to be rough. Getting back to Breath of the Wild soon. Glad to see my Loftwing got you out of bed. I was pretty sure you'd sleep in and forget to meet me this morning. But look at this instrument. Look at this outfit. They're mine to use today in the ceremony since I'll be playing the role of the goddess. Aren't they beautiful? Especially this instrument. They tell me it's just like the one the goddess was said to have in the legends. It sounds gorgeous too. I asked Father about it, he says it's called a harp. And look at these clothes. I made this wrap myself and we get to use it in today's ceremony. Between the harp and this outfit, I'm gonna make a great goddess today. We should all aspire to that. I got you up early this morning because I wanted you to be the first to see me like this, Link. So, how do I look? Let's be complimentary. Ha, I think so too. But it's nice to know you agree. Thanks, Link. Ah, there you are, Zelda. Are you all prepared for today's ceremony? Oh, hello, Father. Ah, Link, you're here too. Outstanding. This guy's an intense one. It's encouraging to see you up so early, given your capacity for sleep. No doubt today's ceremony had you too excited to close your eyes for once. If you win today's ceremonial race, you'll get to participate in the post-race ritual with Zelda, so give it your best out there. Yes, about that. Father, I don't know if he can do it. Rough. Recently, Link hasn't been practicing much at all for the ceremony. And even when he's out riding his Loftwing, he's just lazily gliding around. Probably daydreaming. Really kind of burning us here in front of your dad. I don't know what he's thinking. He's gonna have to be in perfect control of his bird to win today. No need to worry yourself, Zelda. Though you may have a point. He's really been sucking out there lately. Head in the clouds, that one. I don't even know why we let him in. Poor guy. Oh, I need to hydrate and stretch. Right, sorry. Y'all said a thing for me to do. And you weren't wrong. Yeah, so many people have been gifting subs lately. They're so kind. Okay. Back. Today's wing ceremony tests the skill of the rider as well as his bond to his bird. Victory will not come easily. And, as you pointed out, I haven't seen him practicing as hard as some of the other students. Man. Rough start to our day. But you've known him since you were both little. You should know better than to fret about him. You see, Link and his Loftwing share a special connection. Never seen anything quite like it. As you know, each of us in Skyloft is but one half of a pair. We're only made whole by our Loftwings, the guardian birds that the goddess bestows upon each of us as a symbol of her divine protection. Analyze sad Link animation. Well, let's see if we can get him sad again. When we're young, every one of us meets our Loftwing under the great statue of the goddess. It's quite a big moment, as I'm sure you recall. But that first meeting between Link and his Loftwing was extraordinary. The bird that came to him was a crimson Loftwing. It's a breed so rare we were sure for some time it had vanished from the line. Yes, and the boy and his bird seemed to share a profound connection from the moment they met. See, this isn't sad Link, this is bashful Link. Do you recall when Link and that Loftwing of his first met? What a sight. The little boy just hopped up on that bird and gracefully flew away without even a moment of instruction. They were meant for each other. And judging by how jealous you were that day, I'd say the friendship he shared with his bird didn't go unnoticed by you, my dear. But who can blame you? I'm sure you weren't the only one envious of the powerful bond shared by Link and his bird. Anyone who's part of something special's bound to catch some nasty looks sooner or later. This contest is nothing to laugh at, Father. The ceremony's part of the final test for those training to become Knights of Skyloft. If Link doesn't fly fast enough during the race... What if Link messes up his big chance? I'm right here, guys. What if he's not allowed to become a knight? Calm down, my dear. It'll be fine. Honestly, it's almost as though you become a completely different person when you worry about Link.
Hey!
Listen, Link. You better fly your heart out today. At the very least, you need to squeeze in a little practice time before the race. Come on. You'll thank me later. Here we are. Some motion capture for you. Go on, jump off the edge and call your Loftwing. It's almost time for the ceremony, so try to practice seriously for once. Oh yeah? You can't sense your bird out there? Oh, I get it. You're trying to weasel out of having to practice. Nice try, but you're not fooling me. Off you go.
Hey!
Okay, Link, go ahead. Press down, call your Loftwing. His bird sure is taking a long time to get here. Something's wrong. Hang in there, Link. I've got you. Yeah, we should maybe wait till we see the bird next time, huh? Are you two all right? Just stupid, sir. I'm sorry, friend. I didn't mean to push you so hard. You didn't sprain your wing, did you? This is very odd, Link. What could have possibly happened to your loft wing? For a bird to ignore the call of his master, it's unheard of. And you still can't sense your bird nearby, eh, Link? This is quite a problem, especially considering the wing ceremony is about to start. Link, when you said you couldn't sense your loft wing, well, I should have believed you. I'm sorry. I need to tend to my own loft wing, so I'll catch up with you later. You better go on ahead to see if you can find where your bird's gone. My, how did it get to be so late? If I recall correctly, this year Instructor Horwell is presiding over the ceremony. Link, you should go explain the situation to him, see if he's willing to delay the race a little so you can find your bird. But, Father, you're the headmaster of the academy. If Link asks Instructor Horwell, he'll probably just come to talk to you about it. Quite true. As usual, you make an excellent point, my dear. Very well, I'll explain the situation to him myself. Link, run along and tell Instructor Horwell to come see me in my quarters. Okie dokie. We run ever so briefly, and then we stop. And then eat some stamina fruit, so that we might run again. And that's Skyward Sword.
Yo.
Now, what's wrong, Link? You're looking a little pale. What? Your loft wing's missing. How strange and troubling. Do you think you can find him? You're going to start looking for him now? How will you make it back in time to fly in the ceremony? It looks like your participation in the ceremony hinges on whether or not you can find that bird on time. Come on, man. This is serious. Excuse me. I see. So the headmaster summoned me. All right, then I'll go speak with him immediately. I still owe you for helping me out earlier, so don't worry about the ceremony for now. You focus on finding your loft wing. Is this game playable without a Wiimote? It is. I'm playing it on a just Switch controller right now, Switch Pro controller. And so far is working fine, although you do have to, I'm guessing, when it comes time to controlling a sword, I'm going to be using the right stick, which means in order to control the camera right now, I'm having to hold down the left bumper. So if I just move around the right stick normally, nothing. Hold down bumper though. There we go. Taking a little getting used to, but honestly, I still prefer it to having to use a Wiimote, I think. Something wrong? What's a big hurry? What? Your loft wing's missing? But I just saw him. Bruce's bird was chasing off after your feathered fella. Which way? I think, well, to be honest, I don't really know where they went. That's not helpful. Can I go through the door, or can I just... Can I, Sir? Is there another way to, get a... No? Maybe down here. This is a direction. You know, you're right. Zote and Pichu have been weirdly quiet, but no longer. Hang on. Sorry, I see something in chat. A couple of years ago, I emailed you about a potential interview for my school project. At the time, you were busy and probably still are, and I recently emailed you again to explain how I was and stuff, and I'm happy to finally get to a stream. Hey, welcome. Sorry for being busy. I mean, it's how it usually is, but I am sorry when it does prevent me from doing things or being useful in various ways. And I'm glad you could make it. Oh, is the Joy-Con motion control better than the Wiimote was? I'm tempted. I guess I could try it. $20 though. So it's not a total loss of a day. Whoop. There we go. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh, gonna have to run for this one. Boy, that seems dangerous. We should build a bridge there. Because sometimes our birds don't come when called. I appreciate this being a faster climb than in Twilight Princess. And Breath of the Wild. Now that I think about it. This is not where I was supposed to go. Woo! Yep, I think I've gone the wrong way completely. Any plans to search through Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? We should do a little some of that. I don't know if I'll do it on stream or not, but I should definitely do a little bit of that just to make sure. Like, I am curious if Link's expressiveness is better in that one. And putting up with that frame rate will just have to be something I deal with. Can I use this door? I can! Hooray! This is the way I was supposed to go. You alright? Hold up, Link. Hey, Link! Could you help me with something? All you have to do is dash and roll into a tree. Just like I've been doing. Dash, and then when you're in front of the tree, bam! Do a roll right into it. So, come on. Please? Well, okay. While dashing, press that? Really? Oh, that's to... Oh, it's while dashing you do. These are some weird button combos. I might switch to the Joy-Cons. That might actually make more sense. These are some real, like, Dark Souls-y controls in some ways. Not that it's not, like... Not controls that are the same as Dark Souls, just controls that are weird like a Dark Souls jump. So, where's that Groose guy? Hey, here we go. You know, Groose, that sure was a pain, what with all the scratching and packing. Of course it was. Hang on, I need to figure out a Groose voice. This is a character worth figuring out a proper voice for. A Kronk. A Kronk voice. It does feel like it needs to be somewhere between a Kronk and a Gaston, doesn't it? Krunkston. Man, I don't know how you combine those two, but I would love to hear either of those vocal performers try to imitate the other's character. Of course it was. You thought a big crimson loftwing like that was gonna go down without a fight? I think closer to Gaston kind of fits a little better. But we got him, and I don't care how tough those birds are supposed to be. He's not getting out of that pen anytime soon, boys. Then a little bit of Kronk does kind of get the appropriate, like, idiot energy, too. Whoa, Link! So, yeah, just, how long you been standing there? What's your problem, anyway? Oh, wait, I got it. You're here to talk about today's race. I can see it in those dopey eyes of yours. They're pleading, oh, Groose, can you please find it in your heart to let me win today? Please! You're just desperate to win so you can get some alone time with Zelda up on the statue of the goddess at the end of the ceremony. Yeah. Well, sorry, pal. Groose don't do charity for wimps. My advice, work hard and wish with all your heart. You might even come in second. Say, come to think of it, how come I don't see your bird? Where's that scruffy pile of red feathers? Can't imagine what could have happened to him. Do you think his tiny brain got confused by all the clouds and got lost? Nice hair. Just irrelevant, but... irrelevant, but technically a comeback. Oh, a Zap Brannigan would also very much sort of work. You lay off my do right now, or I'll flatten you. Everyone knows I got the slickest pompadour in town. These are fun poses. You know, we're all getting tired of how you never let anyone forget you and Zelda go way back. I am kind of enjoying how they are, they've blocked out the scene here, where they're all hitting poses, but they need to hold in that pose for a bit until you hit the A button to progress the scene, right? Which is how they do a lot of these sort of systems. I think Final Fantasy XIV's very similar, but the dynamic poses and the like framing and everything they're doing are really fun. You've been friends since you were kids. Big deal. Doesn't change the fact that you float through life with your head in the clouds. I can't nail it. There's like 3 or 4 different voices that I kind of want to do for this guy, but none of them feel quite right. Would you wake up, straighten up, and grow a backbone already? Dopes like you are dragging our honored academy through the mud. And just who might you be talking about, Groose? Oh, Zelda. Hey, nah, it's, Don't even try it, Groose. You're picking on Link again, aren't you? I'm really enjoying this other blonde character who's just in the background kind of passively observing all these things. Just a fun expression. A fun, weird Muppet to have back there witnessing all this. He's a student at the academy, like all of us.
No.
Why do you insist on bullying him around so much? Yeah, I suppose. Sorry, I got distracted here. Hang on. We need a better system on our end for being alerted when people redeem snacks to get you to do things. Seems like you don't notice until at least 5 minutes later. Sometimes I do. Sometimes there's a flow going on, but yeah, there's not really a. Haven't really got a system that I'm aware of that's good for channel point reward alerting, other than just being able to check the screen now and then. I do agree. There are several aspects of my self-alerting system that need some improvement that I've not figured out entirely how to make work. You suppose? Suppose what? I suppose you forget it. I wasn't supposing anything, okay? Okay, we're out of here, boys. Later, Link. Hope you find your bird, or else you're gonna have to sit out today's race. That could be a major setback toward knighthood, so find that bird or get real used to the taste of failure. It's your special flavor. I hate to say it, but I am beginning to suspect that those blockheads had something to do with your Loftwing's disappearance. Link, those guys aren't going to help us find your bird, so we better start searching. I'll fly around Skyloft, see if I can spot any trace of your bird. Father said he'd talk to Instructor Horwell about delaying the start of the wing ceremony, so don't worry. We'll find your bird in time.
Nah.
Gotta find that bird. At least the music's nice and pleasant. We got that going for us today. Hello. What's up, Link? You seem to be in a hurry. What's this about your bird? Oh, that unusual crimson Loftwing. Have I seen him? I'm sorry, I haven't. Zod and Pichu really are arguing a lot today. Why don't you look for him by the statue of the goddess? You'll have a good view of the whole town from way up there. It's that huge statue in the north of Skyloft. You've been there, right? Head toward the place with the X mark. Can't miss it. Well, okay. If you're ever lost, you can press that thing to see the map wherever you are, so... etc. Okay. Hey, let's get a move on. We've been doing a slow start here. I'm a little surprised they left the stamina meter in the HD remaster.
Hey!
Hey, Link! Over here! I have some information about your Loftwing. Come over here. Okay. Where are you? Hello? Oh, there you are.
Yeah?
Hey, Link. I was just looking for you. I heard your Loftwing's gone missing, so I thought I'd join in the search. And get this, when I asked Fledge what he knew, he started acting weird. I'm so sorry, Link. I really wanted to tell you, but if Groose found out I told you... And it sounds like Groose forced him to keep quiet about it. Go on. Tell him the truth. Just a little while ago, when I was cleaning the dining hall, Groose and his buddies came in. They didn't notice I was there, and started talking about their plan to hide your Loftwing. I wanted to warn you, Link, but just as I tried to sneak away, Groose and his gang grabbed me. They said that if I told you, they'd make sure I'd never be able to ride a bird ever again. Sounds like Groose and his buddies had a plan to capture your bird and hide him near a waterfall. Well, near a waterfall would mean... Quick, let's take a look at your map. That's it, right there. I think it means the waterfall marked with X. You know, the waterfall. Our one waterfall. Forgive me, Link, I can't help being such a coward. I'm really sorry. Yeah, like I do know that the stamina meter is used for some puzzles kind of down the road and some like challenges later. But one more thing, Link. If you're going out to the waterfall, remember there's some dangerous things there. The creepy crawly things. You need to carry a sword. I think I saw the Knight Commander going to the sparring hall a while ago. You should ask him if you can borrow one. Oh, I'd love to have a sword. I feel like maybe the stamina meter should just be introduced for those puzzles specifically, because the rest of the time, it's not adding anything great to the experience. It's just making you move slower more often. Hey, it's Link. So you still want to get in some sword practice even though today is the wing ceremony? I'm impressed. The sword's in the back room. Going back there and get it. I'll be here for a while, so if there's anything you don't understand about handling a sword, go ahead and ask. Like, a stamina meter makes a lot of sense in Breath of the Wild. Stamina is like... Your stamina meter is like your flexible boundary for how much exploration you can do. It's your limitation that means that until you have more stamina to work with, you may not be able to traverse certain parts of the map very easily. It's what puts some limitations on you until you build that meter by progressing through the game. And I don't remember if you can build that meter at all in this game, so you're stuck with this amount for the whole time. We got us a sword. Oh, you can slow the drain of the meter? That helps. Even so, it just really... It doesn't feel like there's a good reason to have a limit on your sprint or climbing or whatever else. Oh yeah? You want to learn how to use a sword? That would probably be best. I'm on a new control scheme and everything. Okay, so the basics of swordsmanship. It's important to think about the direction you're swinging your sword. If you swing it vertically, you'll do a vertical slash, and if you swing it sideways, you'll do a side slash. Thrust it forward to do a thrust. Next, there's a more advanced technique, the spin attack. Perfect move for when you're surrounded by enemies. If you remember these moves, you can handle yourself in any fight. Just remember the fundamentals. Always press ZL to target an enemy as soon as you see it. Try getting in some good practice on these logs. If you forget how to swing your sword, you can always check the help with that. Don't ever forget your fundamentals. Once you slice up those logs, I'll set it up so you can try out your big move. Okay. So, let's try this out, see how this works with a right stick. Yep, pretty much just side slashing, vertical slashing. Click it to do a thrust. There we go. It is a little easier. Doing the specific thrust you want. That's a log for practicing your side slash. Hold your sword horizontally and then slash to the side to make a clean cut. There we go, and vertically. That's right, Link. You really are a strong swordsman. Easy to teach, too. You make this instructor proud. You ready to try spin attack? Yeah, why not? Great. Now I'm gonna surround you with logs. Use a spin attack to cut them all without moving from that spot. Nope. Nope, side to sideways. There we go. Good one. So why don't you try a fatal blow to close out our session? Sure. When your enemy's down, target it with ZL, throw yourself at it to land a fatal blow. Do a side slash on that log. When it's down, try finishing it off with this technique. Alright. And then... down? Or no, up. Okay. Which one are we... So we're like flicking it up and down this time for the fatal blow? Clicking it? No. There we go. It honestly might be... I wonder if I can switch to the Joy-Cons mid-thing. I might try. Hang on. It might be a little easier, possibly. Yeah, let me go see if bringing those over here actually works. Hang on. Maybe? All right, so we're on these now. Yep, no, we got our motion controls now. This does seem to track movement a little better, actually. And this way I do always have right stick motion. This might be a little bit better, honestly. It might be. Surprisingly. Now, how do we achieve... Hold on. How do we achieve... All right, swing how you want to swing your sword, right? Jab with that to forward thrust. Flick both Joy-Con controllers to perform a spin attack. Oh, I see. Horizontal and... So you gotta do both of them. I see. Okay, all right. Yeah, it kind of works. That is actually easier for some things. And there's some more stuff with the shield too. All right, sure, we'll try it. Why not? Slightly less comfortable to hold and all that, but it'll work just fine. Hey, Link. You can't take swords outside of the sparring hall. What do you think you're doing sneaking out with that? But I have to save my bird. What? Your loft wing's missing. You want to go look for it? Well, I guess I'll make an exception just this once, but remember that Skyloft's a peaceful place. Only knights carry swords. So I don't want to see you swinging it around like crazy out there. I don't want to get in a ton of trouble over this, so here's the deal. Don't like show it off to kids. Don't show them your slingshot skills. Don't start any fires. Don't do anything Twilight Princess Link would do. Make sure you get plenty of practice on these logs first, and once you get outside with that sword, only use it when you absolutely have to. Got it? Yes, sir. We run! That lime fills up so slow. But at least we can eat fruit along the way to run forever. It feels like, to me, design-wise, the fact that they are having to just like pepper this entire map with green fruit that you can pick up so you don't have to stop running if you happen to run across them in the right order, feels like a real band-aid fix to a problem inherent to what they've created here. Maybe the problem is not that you need fruit. Maybe the problem is I shouldn't be seeing this lime on my screen right now. Haha! And it is fun having the slashes, like, I'm not a person who enjoys too many examples of motion controls, but having the sword slashes imitate your movement does feel pretty cool. Hello, bats. Get out of here. A monster claw. My understanding is that now the game doesn't... So, one of the problems with this game, in its original form, was, in part, what you're seeing here. Every time you pick up a new thing, it stops to show it to you. Which, a mild annoyance, but hey, that's fine. It's only the first time you see him, right? It wasn't in the original form. Like, it's the first time you see them per session. So sure, like, the second green rupee I picked up, it wouldn't stop to like, ooh, check out this rupee you got. But if I like saved and quit and reloaded and started again, all that stuff reset. So it would stop you for all of them the first time you picked them up again. And show you that spot in the menu where the thing went. No, not that. Hang on. Where in the menu that thing popped up. Like, it was real tedious and annoying every time. Really just like slowed the overall experience down to a crawl. In isolation, if that was like the only issue that Skyward Sword sometimes had, I think it's one that people would have been pretty happy to overlook, even though it was very much a nuisance. Skyward Sword just had a lot of these little issues like this, especially in its original form, that made it occasionally frustrating. Go away, bats. Get out. Tebby site, I'm guessing it wasn't a technical limitation on that front. Like, at that point, like this is only like a couple generations back. There's no way that like storing the data for whether or not we had picked up a certain item in the past before. Like, there's no way that storing that data was going to be a prohibitive amount of space. Like, you could store all of that data for, like, the same amount of space that is taken up by, like, the cloth on Link's sword texture here. Or less. To be fair, textures eat up a lot of space. Especially high-res ones. No, I think it might have been more of a... Either it was kind of a design oversight, or more likely it was an intentional design decision that was just making the game unnecessarily handholdy, just like constantly reminding you what each object was. Because that was kind of like part of a theme. Skyward Sword is a pretty hand-holdy Zelda game. Especially in its original form. So I think it was an intentional choice, just not a great one. I think it's good for us to sometimes remember Nintendo can swing and miss just as easily as anyone else. Zoe knows what I'm talking about. Link! Hey, Link, I was hoping I'd find you here. I'd heard you'd gone searching for your bird around the waterfall, so I thought I'd fly around and help you look. How's your search going? Any sign of your Loftwing? Oh, no. Well, let's not lose hope yet. There's a place up ahead that Groose and his gang are always hanging around. Maybe we'll find something there. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling for me? Oh, sorry, Link. I got distracted for a moment. Let's go. Yeah, that's a lot of clouds, huh? Big cloud sphere. This is where I just was. Yeah, never mind. Come along, Zelda. You're just following me, yeah? What are you raiding around for, Link? Let's go get your Loftwing. Just doing animation-y things. You get annoyed by sword swinging? I'm being pretty, like, dangerously close to you here. No? No reaction? Scolding? Nothing? Huh. Kind of surprised. Yeah, do you do anything if you're just kind of, like, standing around there for a while? No? Do I at this point? Maybe since we're eye tracking, like kind of tracking each other, maybe that overrides it? I wonder. Yeah, it seems like their idle system isn't kicking in right now. There might be some contextual situations where it gets overridden. Okay, well, there's Link's. But since she's sort of like in a follower state right now, maybe she just doesn't have one in the state. Maybe she just follows behind, and that's pretty much her only thing. Huh, interesting. It's not like having Zelda follow you around as a system deployed often in the game. This might be the only time, in fact. Look, there he is. No doubt about it. That's your Loftwing, Link. Angry Redbird. I'm here to help. Fear not, bird. Hold still. Hold up. There we go. Yes. Hello, bird. I'm gonna miss our expressive boy. We should hurry, Link. Now that your locked wing's free, you should fly to the ceremony. But before you go, I have to ask you something. I heard this voice a few minutes ago. Did you hear it too? It's been happening a lot lately. It's the strangest feeling, almost like someone's calling out to me. Have you ever wondered what's beneath those clouds? Some say that it's an empty, barren place, or even that there's nothing at all down below, but I just have this feeling that they're wrong. Some of Father's old texts talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world under there, far more vast than Skyloft. The thing is, no one's ever been down there to see it, and our loft wings won't fly through the cloud barrier. But I can't help imagining the world, or the wild things that might be waiting below. Someday I want to see it for myself. Oh, sorry, Link. We don't have time to talk. Let's get going. Look, your bird's waiting for you. Just leap off the edge and press down. Don't worry about your falling. Your bird will catch you for sure this time. Well, okay, but let's not test that theory like last time. I'll just jump myself. I did really feel like she was going to push me again. And bird. There we are. Oh, Glinksu, I believe you're right that that Link will have far fewer like memorable or super expressive animations and scenes as the game proceeds on, which is fine. Actually, that's pretty common. That's like it's pretty often that you'll see like more of that kind of thing early in games than you will later on. But it still like sets a basic. It still like kind of sets a baseline. Even if you're not seeing Link be that expressive all the time, you've seen him, like, your first impression makes him feel that expressive, and so like, some of that first impression will carry forward whether you're seeing it or not. And the fact that Breath of the Wild doesn't even really have that is frustrating. But that would be a way that they could do it, like, achieve similar results with less investment without having to, like, make him super expressive all the time. Just take those few moments where he is in a scene and really make him look more expressive than he does currently. So again, gain some altitude, then dive to speed up. Those are the basics of getting your bird up to top speed. So how's he handling? Think he's flying all right? We steer, we ascend and descend with, yeah. Yes. Game? No, I know the controls game. Game? There we go. Game decided I was ready. You can press that at any time to go over the basic controls again. I remember them. There were two. You can also charge, which is an attack that gives you a burst of speed as well as slow down when you need to. Try all these moves, see how they feel. All right. Charge. And slow down. Okay. Well, that's a huge relief. I don't know about you, Link, but your loft wing looks like he's flying great. My father and the others are probably worried about your bird, so let's go give them the good news. Let's do it. I need to win a race, I think. Your loft wing is really amazing, especially considering everything the poor guy's been through this morning. I'm gonna fly back and tell Father what happened. Nothing but praise for my bird.
No.
Well, well, if it isn't Link. Word around the plaza is you found that dumb bird of yours. Well, that's just great. Because you and your dumb bird can't tell time, all the pre-race warm-ups me and the guys did here were for nothing. Now I'm all stiff. We've been waiting forever for the race to start, and they delay it for you? I don't get it. The big flake gets special treatment. You're almost a man, and yet you still can't seem to go anywhere without Zelda. I bet you can't even decide what you have for lunch on your own, huh? And don't think we haven't noticed the smug looks. Ooh, Zelda and I are best friends. We go everywhere together. Ugh. You think you're pretty suave, don't you? Well, don't you?
Bruce has been going on forever about how he's gonna be the one to be with Zelda. He's really got this pompadour and a ruffle about her.
I hate to break it to you, but today's the day I bust up this adorable little fantasy land you're living in. Zelda's playing the role of the goddess at today's ceremony, and I'm gonna be the one to claim that sailcloth. When I heard she made it herself, man, no way was I gonna let some scrawny clown snatch that prize from me. Oh yes, that sailcloth Zelda's sailcloth will be mine. What? Sorry, the phrasing of that was weird. Oh man, I bet she was thinking about me when she was stitching it. Yep, I can see it now. First I win the big race, and then Zelda and I finish the ceremony together on the statue. Just the two of us. It'll be our special moment alone. Nobody's stopping me and Zelda from having our moment. Oh, it's so real, I can see it. Oh yeah.
Bruce! Tss, Bruce! Behind you! Right behind you!
What? Can't you two see I'm in the middle of... Gah! Care to explain just what you meant by our special moment alone? Nothing big really, just... Link. Yeah, I was telling my buddy here how glad I was he found that red bird of his. Boy, am I looking forward to a fair race. Anyhow, later, Zelda. Look for me during the race. I'll be the one pulling off all the dangerous moves.
Hey, Bruce, wait up!
Did you hear that guy? A fair race? Yeah, the chances of that happening are just about less than zero. Either way, don't let those fools get you down, Link. Just get out there and fly the best you can. I know you've got these guys beat, and deep down, I think you do too. I choose optimism. That's the spirit, Link. Trust me, you can win this.
Hey.
The wing ceremony will now begin. Participating students, please assemble. Looks like it's race time. Good luck, Link. Well, let's see if we can win a bird race.
Hey.
Your attention, please. At last, we are ready to begin the wing ceremony. I was beginning to worry that we'd have to proceed without Link, but luckily that's no longer a concern. I'm happy you could all make it. Before we start, I'll explain the rules for today's competition. I've attached a small statuette to this bird, who I will then release to the skies. On my signal, dash from the starting line and dive off the edge. Once you're in your air, mount your loft wing. Remember to call your bird promptly once you dive off the edge. Whoever catches the bird and claims the statuette will be this year's champion. Those are the rules. Simple enough, I should think, but do you need to hear them again? I'm good, thank you. But I am enjoying everyone's little idols here. I also feel a little bit outnumbered, given these three are kind of a squad. But I think everyone present remembers the rules. They're all nodding. Excellent. As you well know, today's champion will graduate to the next class, bringing him one step closer to knighthood. He'll also receive a gift from the young woman chosen to play the role of the goddess in this year's ritual. Today's a special day for many reasons, but it's also the 25th anniversary of our fine institution. To celebrate the occasion, today's champion shall also receive his gift high atop the statue of the goddess. I hear the young woman performing the role of the goddess this year has crafted the gift herself. And as you all well know, the role of the goddess this year will be performed by the lovely Zelda. Let's see your finest flying out there. Show me just how hard you've been practicing. Also, I want to see good, clean flying. Anyone caught interfering with other riders will answer to me. That goes double for you, Groose.
Hey!
All right, gentlemen, line up. At my command, the competition will begin. Go! Run! And call bird. And use bird to catch other bird. Get some air. Descend, pick up speed. Boost. Catch bird. Hey, don't you know that this is my day to get all the glory?
Yeah, you heard him. Let's see how you fly with egg on your face.
This is cheating. Ow. I thought I dodged that. Catch bird. Come on. Catch bird. Catch. Got it. You got the bird statuette. It proves your victory today. Wait till Zelda sees this. And look at our excited fellow. Expressing and whatnot. Link! Don't worry, I'm fine. Great flying, Link. Congratulations. Now we better get on with the ceremony. Zelda's a woman who doesn't fear death, or at least not gravity. Link, hand me that bird statuette you grabbed in the race. I must offer it to the goddess. It really does feel like it adds to story scenes when you can see, like, connection between characters. And you get a lot more connection between Link and any character if Link is also, like, performing in the scene, if he's, like, emotionally present. Great goddess, guiding light and protector of our people, grant us your blessing and mercy as I act in your stead during the ceremony. Valiant youth who grasped victory at the celebration of the bird folk, in accordance with the old ways, I now bestow the blessings of the goddess upon you. The blessings of the goddess drift down from the heavens aloft a sail, which I now pass on to you. Yay! Now you can jump from any height without fear of a painful landing. It smells nice, too. Thank you, Pichu. Free shirt, it's true. Link, quit goofing. This is supposed to be a sacred ritual, remember? You know, they say that the goddess gave the sailcloth to her chosen hero long ago. Of course, the one you're holding isn't the same one. I've been working hard to finish making this sailcloth in time to give it to today's champion. I'm really glad I got to give it to you, Link. Make sure you take good care of it, okay? Yes, Pichu. Thanks for making it up here to do this with me today, like you promised, Link.
Nah.
Now, we really should finish up this ritual. You do know what happens at the end, right? No? Link does not. Really? Huh. I thought you would have figured it out by now. You have to jump off the statue. Look down. You see that big round design in the courtyard below? To finish the ceremony, you need to drop down right into the center of it. Leap off the edge here. Right before you hit the ground, press right shoulder button to open your sailcloth. Just how brave are you? If you were really fearless, you'd wait until the last second to use your sailcloth. So, ready to jump? And here we go again. Landing. There we are. That was perfect. You're amazing, Link. And expressive. Yeah, see, like, these two can be cute together because he's not like a weird clothing store mannequin. You can't, like, nobody looks cute together with a clothing store mannequin. You know, Link, seeing as how you won today, and with the weather being so nice, you think maybe you'd like to, you know, go fly around the clouds together? Link? Hey, Link. Today was amazing. Watching you win the race and performing the ritual together, I'll always remember this. It really was wonderful. You know, Link, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. What is that? What's going on? Ah! Link! Bird, help! Link? I am waiting for you. The time has come for you to awaken. You are vital to a mission of great importance. Link. Ah, you're awake.
Oh.
When your loft wing carried you back, you were limp and unconscious. I feared the worst. Fortunately, you don't appear to have any serious injuries. For that much, we can be grateful. But, Link, where's Zelda? She was with you, was she not? What's happened to my daughter? A black tornado, you say? That was no ordinary storm. You must not push yourself. You're still recovering. Tell me, when you saw Zelda today, did anything about her seem off? I see. She was talking about the surface then. And you've been having dreams about a great mission? How interesting. I'm sorry, I was lost in thought there for a moment. It's all very strange, but I doubt there's much of a connection between these things. I'm concerned for Zelda, but so long as she's with her Loftwing, I'm sure she'll be fine. Either way, daybreak has yet to arrive. It would be very difficult to spot one girl and her bird in the dark of night. It would also be very dangerous. Rest now, Link. Zelda's going to be fine. She's out there, alive. I know it. Have they started playing that really good theme yet? Or do we have to get further outside? There it is. Where are you going? This theme is so good. Sorry, had to turn on the other microphone.
Hello. Am I here?
There's more people here now. Well, one more person. There's two people now. Both of which should be audible, hopefully.
Hooray, they can hear me.
They can.
Now, I know you were talking about drugstore mannequins, about clothing mannequins, but like... She does have kind of this plasticky face.
She does, that's true.
Does it get more expressive later?
Hers does not, but, like...
She is a sword.
And for better or worse, that is the, like, direction of who her character is. It's an odd thing.
Fuzzy!
Yeah. But angry. Usually not angry. Currently, hey, knock it off. Currently, stop it.
Pacify the cute!
I think the best I can do is flee the cute.
Oh. Fine.
Oh, you can leap further, that's nice.
What were we watching that had a really great, like, back and forth swing on the rope climbing animation?
What was that?
Was it Wind Waker?
It might have been Wind Waker. I think that's what it was most recently.
I think it was Wind Waker. That was so cute.
Go away, bats.
Is also, like, nice. Wind Waker was really cute.
Did you go up there? You did. It is interesting seeing how many of Breath of the Wild systems do show up in Skyward Sword, but just kind of in worse form, or in a game where they don't fit as cleanly. The stamina meter being like the big one, but also the sailcloth is not far off from the paraglider, except it doesn't really have a whole lot you can do with it.
They're just like, we need a MacGuffin for the first part of the game.
Or like they're
Or-
it just seems like there are interesting ideas that don't have as much ultimate place or don't come together in an interesting form so much. That feel like maybe they were intended to be adding something that they're not ultimately adding to the recipe as a whole. The one chosen by my creator. I've been waiting for you. You will play a role in a great destiny. According to your social customs, I should provide you with my personal designation. Fee is the name I was given. I was created for a single purpose, long before the recorded memory of your people. I must aid you in fulfilling the great destiny that is your burden to carry. Come, Link. You must take up this sword. As the one chosen by my creator, it is your destiny. The strange dreams troubling your sleep, my sudden appearance, uncertainty surrounding the fate of one you hold dear. Under the circumstances, it is only logical that you would exhibit some apprehension. To minimize your uncertainty, allow me to share some information. My projections indicate that this information has a high probability of altering your current emotional state. The one you seek, Honorable Zelda, is still alive. And this spirit maiden, the one you call Zelda, is another chosen one fated to be part of the same great mission. Therefore, should you wish to meet with your friend, I highly recommend you take up this sword before you set out to search for her. Does that information invigorate you? Are you ready to accept this sword? It seems that further persuasive measures will not be required. In the name of my creator, draw the sword and raise it skyward.
Boy, you're creepy.
You are. There's a lot I like about Fee on paper. But,
I mean, she seems pretty cool.
yeah, I like her visual design. Like, her visual design is really cool. The, like, little voice sound she has is cool. There's lots that's cool about her. The weird sci-fi aspect of her feels like an odd element to add. And the weird sort of, like, robotic AI talk, like...
And the weird sense that she would endanger more of your loved ones if you wouldn't take the sword yet. Like, that seemed threatening almost.
Yeah.
Oh.
And in practice, also in the at least in the original version of this game, I don't know if it's true in this one as well. She was extremely handholdy and doing kind of the Navi thing, except worse, just popping up all the time to tell you things you already knew.
Oh.
Any goodwill she might have had from an early impression wore off very quickly, and maybe that'll happen here, or maybe they've done a better job about that this time. I'm not sure. Recognition complete, Master. Link, my master. Much less handholdy in this time, thankfully. That's great. Link. I've had my suspicions, but until now I wasn't sure. Yet here we are, in the Chamber of the Sword, the very place where it was foretold the youth of legend would one day appear. It's said that this place was left to our people by the goddess herself. The very knowledge of this room's existence is a secret passed down to a select few each generation, along with a handful of words. When the light of the goddess's sword shines bright, the great apocalypse will wake from its long slumber. So there's there's lots of aspects and elements of like Fee being a kind of weirdly alien and kind of emotionally cold entity. That I'm down for. The fact that she poses like a sword a lot of the time as well is cool.
I was about to say.
The weird that she, like, parts of her design are imitating iconic elements of how the Master Blade looks.
She's like angled the way he's holding the sword. Almost. Not quite, but almost.
The way she does, like they bring dancing into her animation and movement more, like a lot of the time is cool. The flowy cape thing. This way that she's now posed at kind of an interesting angle. Like there's lots that's neat about the way she like just about her in general. But the sum of its parts doesn't all come together in nearly so interesting a way. Do not fear, for it is then that a youth, guided by my hand, shall reveal himself in a place most sacred. It started days ago, the sword that I've kept secret all these years. It began to give off a faint, otherworldly light. At first I was sure I was seeing things, here alone with the sword. There was simply no other explanation. I never dreamed the prophecy of legend would come to pass in my lifetime. No, so apparently she was supposed to have an attack animation according to concept documents in Hyrule Historia. That's interesting. And I could have seen that being really neat too. Like, granted, that to me feels like not a thing that where she was like, when you're in concept phase, whether that's documents or art, that's kind of a like sky's the limit. We're just coming up with all kinds of ideas and putting them down. Like, every game has 10 to 20 to 30 times more ideas in the concept phase than it would actually turn into the game itself. So that's definitely a thing that was a pretty early sounding idea that they ultimately just didn't do. Maybe it just didn't pair well with the motion control sword aspect. It's certainly a neat idea to potentially include her, especially her being, in effect, an extension of the sword. Using her as part of the sword's like weaponry would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
The words I've sworn to keep secret are coming true before my very eyes. The youth will be guided by one born of the blade, one who is also youthful in likeness, yet wise with knowledge immeasurable. Ah yes, the oral tradition, one of the least reliable methods of information retention and transmission. It appears that critical sections of the passage have been lost over the generations. The youth who draws forth the guiding sword shall be known as the goddess's chosen hero, and it is he who possesses an unbreakable spirit. He shall be burdened with the task of abolishing the shadow of apocalypse from the land. Such is his destiny. With the spirit of the blade at his side, he shall soar over the clouds and plummet below. And united with the Spirit Maiden, shall bring forth a piercing light that resurrects the land. Some of Father's old texts talk about a place called the Surface. The old tales describe a whole world below, far more vast than Skyloft.
That's so cute.
It's true.
Sorry.
Master, you must embark on a great journey beneath the clouds to the vast realm of the Surface. It's only through this journey that you can fulfill the mission set before you by my creator, the goddess. It's also the only method available for you to reunite with the Spirit Maiden, Honorable Zelda. This is no easy task, Link. The world below is a forsaken place, and to reach it you must pierce the cloud barrier below. In living memory, no one's ever done this.
Does V not have hands and arms? Just the cloak?
I think just the cloak. Yeah.
Because she's a sword?
Yeah. This tablet will illuminate a path through the clouds to the land below. Take it and place it within the altar behind me.
It's a really cool design choice.
I agree. I like that a lot. Especially with how flowy the ends of that little cloak are.
Mm-hmm.
Master, the first thing you must do is hit the crest sitting in this room with a skyward strike. These blasts are formed of pure energy that charges within your blade when you lift it skyward. Once you have charged your blade, face the crest and swing your sword to send out a powerful skyward strike. All right. There we are.
I do like how that was making wings on her back most of that like cutscene as well.
Yeah.
It was like floating behind her.
Yeah, a lot about her design is very cool, and the movement and all that. Like
But
again, the resulting whole in total, I end up liking less, but individual elements I like about her a lot.
I like her personality on paper, but not in practice.
Yeah.
She seems like a threatening know-it-all who talks way too much.
She does talk way too much, especially in the original version of the game.
I feel mean for saying that. I'm sorry, Fee. I bet you're lovely.
She seems almost out of place. Like this is a character that belongs in a different game where she's a very good and cool fit.
And before anybody says she is out of place, she's like from a different time and era and place and everything. Like, yes, but no. There's a way that can be done that's fitting the story, and she seems out of place in a way that doesn't fit and suit the story.
Yeah. Master Link, it is done. I think if in like the back third of this game we ended up going to
Does she have an arc? Does she have an arc?
That's sort of, but like if the introduction of this character who sort of has a weirdly sort of like past civilization technological bent to her, if the last back third of the game had us going and like finding the place she's from to like the place where it seems like she fits, then I could sort of see this sort of like she feels like a character who doesn't belong in the rest of this world, like totally working and kind of rocking. But since that doesn't really happen, she just sort of feels weirdly out of place the whole time. And I know that that's in part intentional. She's supposed to feel kind of alien and cold and weird, but to what end, ultimately? Until now, a cloud barrier created by the goddess has separated the world you know from the one below. The tablet you placed in the altar has opened a small rift in the barrier. You can use it to travel through the clouds to the realm below. I've recognized you as my master, and so it is my duty to follow you wherever you may go. I reside within your sword, and will accompany you in your travels. Press down to summon me whenever you require my assistance.
I would love to see her go from this, like, vaguely threatening, cold individual into somebody who's, like, really on side with Link and really, like, it legitimately sounded like she was threatening him when she was like, are you ready to take the sword or do I have to hurt you more?
Yeah.
Ugh. If she got to where she was like, no, we really need to do this thing to save Zelda, instead of, my goddess made me to do the thing. Saving Zelda is merely a means to get you engaged in the quest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Link, listen a moment. The nature of the great apocalypse mentioned in the old text is a complete mystery to me. But whatever it turns out to be, it seems that both you and Zelda have big roles to play in the destiny of this land. Just think, if what this feast says is true, Zelda's alive. Alive and, no doubt, coming to terms with whatever it is the goddess has in store for her. Should you heed the call of destiny, I don't know what dangers you may have to face, Link. Especially down there. But if you've decided to brave the unknown, please find my daughter and bring her back to me.
I love this man.
Yeah.
I haven't seen most of the run up to this point because there was a nap, but his eyebrows and his eyes.
Very intense brows and eyes, that is true.
Do we know what Zelda's eyebrows look like? She's got bangs. Is she sporting a pair of eyebrows to match her father's?
We can't know.
That would be so amazing.
Thank you, Pichu. Dawn's drawing near. It's been a long night for the both of us, hasn't it? You have a great journey before you, Link, and those clothes, they don't look up to the task. The uniform you were to receive for winning the race should be ready by now. A sturdy uniform like that will prove much more suitable for a long journey. You better change before you go. You cannot go out looking like that. There we are.
The tap. I love the tap.
Yeah.
I don't.
Now that's a Zelda. Tip to toe. That green uniform is what our knights will be wearing this year. To be honest, I've had my doubts about the color. But oddly enough, seeing you wear this uniform, I can't imagine a much more fitting color for you. It's as though you were born to wear it. Take care on your journey, and be sure to stop by some of the shops at the bazaar here in town to equip yourself properly for the travels ahead. I'll return to my quarters, see if I can glean more useful information from the ancient texts. You're always welcome to stop by if you have questions. You and Zelda shall be in my prayers. May the goddess watch over and guide you both. You know, it's hard to tell if it's like intentional animation or just a bit of compression on the animation data, but there is a tiny little bit of motion in Link's pupils, which I really do think it is just animation compression, but it does almost feel like saccadic movement in the eyes, which helps them to feel more alive, which is good. Like, it's little stuff like that that can just help a tiny bit to add a little bit of life.
I didn't notice when we were staring at him because he wasn't moving enough, so I looked away.
Link! We should check the fidgets now, you're right. That green uniform looks so adventurous. You sure look like a knight now. The headmaster said you're heading out to look for Zelda. You're really something else. I could never imagine myself doing that, what you're about to do. Goodness. We've been raided. Hello. Welcome, Krindar's adventurers and friends.
Whoa!
We're playing Skyward Sword to get, like, footage of animation and stuff for a video. Mr. Zelda just got the green tunic. I put a lot of work into making this. You should take it with you. More like Crendon. Are you Crendon? Crendan? Oh, welcome, and thanks for the raid. Thanks for joining us. We got a pouch.
And we're very excited.
It's an adventure pouch. It's for adventures. It's neat because you can fit 4 things in it that you'll need on your big journey. You can buy all kinds of stuff at the bazaar that you can put in this pouch. You should go look. You could buy some potions and a shield. They'd fit in the pouch, and they might come in handy on an adventure. Link, I just know you'll find Zelda for us. Oh, you just watched the examination of the animations in Breath of the Wild a bit ago? Oh, well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm recording a lot of this for a kind of more thorough video on that subject that I have in mind. Well, didn't mean to go back in my room, but...
I love the texture art.
I do too. I really, really like that style. And you
This
can
is
finally
so-
see it in this HD version of the game now.
It's so pretty. Everything looks like it's been dabbled with paint,
Yeah,
just a little, and
it's a really great style. Let's go get a shield for our pouch. Oh, hello. Master, I have an update regarding the stone tablet and the resulting column of light it created. The column of light has appeared to the south of our location, and signs indicate that it is creating an opening in the cloud barrier to the land below. I must also caution you that descending to the surface armed only with a sword would result in a decreased probability of survival. If you've not already done so, I advise you to purchase a shield and potions at the bazaar in preparation for your journey. Thank you. As with many a thing that I expect you're going to say, this could have been an email.
unnecessary. Ouch.
And you are from sci-fi, so I'm sure you know what that is. And you should know better. Now-
Complain to HR. She's wasting resources with all of these unnecessary stand-ups.
You're really wasting our human resources. Now, for some personality. We're in a great place for some personality. Hang on, let me get a fresh recording started.
Oh, the lights are so pretty.
Yeah, it's real pretty in here. I like it.
Oh, no, sparkly, colorful things.
Have I tried booping the stamina fruit? As in, like, eating it? Is there more you can do with it?
Hit it. Where is it?
Guess we could try hitting it.
Hit it. Smack it with your feet.
Well, hang on. Let's, well, for one, I'm pretty sure I did just see a different idle fidget on Link there, so we're definitely having a look at that in a sec. But haven't really tried. Oh, well, that's fun. Didn't know you could cut the heart loose. That's really cute. Let's see what happens when we do this, though. Haha. That seemed to just collect it. Let's try with a different one, perhaps. Hang on. Ha! Yeah, that just collects it. That's fine, though. The heart one was a fun discovery. Anyway, personalities. There's a lot of them in here. Like this one. What's this? What is it that my eyes behold? Oh, young man, what calamitous visions appear before me. You may choose not to believe me, but my eyes foresee a hazardous, thorny road ahead for you. But I can foresee what will befall you, for I am a fortune teller. Trust my piercing eyes.
Oh my goodness.
Listen to my pure and innocent voice.
His tiny little mustache.
I will do you no harm. Gaze deeply into my eyes and come closer. What if I don't?
What if you do?
Gaze into my eyes, stare deeply into my eyes. These eyes see many things. Oh yes, these lovely round eyes can even see into the future. Allow me to tell you your fortune, boy. Do you doubt these eyes? I look upon your shirt, boy, and I see a single thread loose on your sleeve stitching. Nothing can hide from these eyes. Normally I seek 10 rupees to tell a fortune, but this time I will charge but 1 rupee. So do you want me to tell you your fortune? Do you dare discover what fate these eyes see? Only 1 rupee. Well, okay.
I feel like this is a person who is actually some other kind of creature and is merely wearing the facade of humanity.
Yeah.
And I love him, his tiny mouth and mustache.
Yes, I knew it. What a treat. You're the first customer I've had in a while. Oh, I mean, I'm the best at what I do. You can trust these glistening eyes. Very well. Let me see what I can see. Yes, your fortune. It's all coming into focus now.
The eyes look like the eyes from those dolls that open and close.
Yeah.
Like the way they have the light and dark flecks that radiate out from the...
It does look like if you tilted him backward, his eyes would auto-close. Yeah. Creepily. Aha! I see many things. All is revealed. Young man, are you about to head into a densely wooded area? Somewhere blanketed in green, yes. Ah, my eyes, they see all. Trees everywhere. Yes, many trees. It would serve you well to buy a wooden shield before you travel. I can see that you're a bit young and green yourself, so shouldn't hurt to take a heart potion with you. Did you all just like have a meeting beforehand? That's all I can see for the moment. My eyes, they grow weary. Come see me again if you should lose your way.
It would have saved everybody a lot of time if you'd just invited Link to the meeting.
That's true. And given him a shield and a health potion, maybe.
This would be so simple if we just did it the smart way.
All right, next personality. Hello. Hey, welcome to the scrap shop. I can use the stuff you find to upgrade your gear and make it even stronger. And if your shield takes a beating, no worries, I can fix that too. So what'll it be?
You show a lot of your lower teeth when you smile.
That's true.
That's very unusual.
Hey kid, you don't have anything I can upgrade for you right now. Now how about you head over to Rupen's shop and buy something? Maybe I will, because that character is honestly, we'll save them for later. They're a little bit more fun.
It's kind of hard to do.
Hello, and welcome to the item check. Want to put stuff from your pouch into storage? Okay. Want to take something out of storage? That's fine. So is there anything in your pouch or in storage that you want to move? No. Oh, really? Great. Not like my time is worth anything.
Oh.
And you...
Hey, you there. Yes, you, the adorable boy with the golden hair. Welcome to the potion shop. You can drink your potions, our potions when you're injured to fill up your hearts. Hey, you're one of those knights, aren't you? Or one in training, at least, Let me tell you, one look at you and I can tell you'll need my potions by the cauldron full, so don't try to slink away without stocking up. Oh dear. I forgot to ask you if you have an empty bottle on you. Just so you know, I can't sell you a potion if you don't have an empty bottle to pour it into. For some reason I like you though, so I'll give you a spare empty bottle I've been keeping here in the stall. Oh, it's nothing, it's my little gift. You won't hear me say this often, but you can put other things besides potions in an empty bottle, so it's a useful thing to carry around.
Oh, I wanted a whole, lengthy list of things you could put in a bottle. That would not have improved the game whatsoever, but I would have enjoyed it.
True. Empty bottles fit in your adventure pouch. First, while, etc., buttons and such. Press the thing and you do it. Easy, yes. If you ever get to the point where you can't fit any more stuff in your pouch because it's full, you can always drop items in the item check. What would you like to buy?
You could
Please
put
say it's a potion.
You could put some water in it, or some bugs you found, or some trash you picked up, or a flower, or...
I have scooped. I say scooped. I've scooped.
Why can't Link just run up and stick his head in there? In the punch bowl.
Why is this? Do I have to lock on? Scoop.
It would be very good.
Link, your aim is terrible.
Link, put your head in the punch bowl.
Link, scoop. Link.
Or get a silly straw and be like...
We're not going to be a
From the
very good
distance.
hero. Welcome, young man. This is the potion shop. I sell potions. You'll find handy in sticky situations. I don't want to hear more. I just want to buy some. Maybe I need to talk to the other person. No need to be rude. I'm busy too, you know. But you look like such a nice boy. I'll forgive you. If you want some more potent potions, go and talk to my husband. He can make us up ingredients to infuse and improve the regular potions I sell here. Oh, that's right. That's what they do. So for reals though, why could I? You have to put the bottle away and then, that's ridiculous.
Wow.
That's a vat of heart potion. Drink this, dear, and it'll replenish 8 hearts. Why don't you pick up some for your adventure? It's only 20 rupees. How about it? Ah, sure.
Nah.
It said scoop. Scoop was the... It said scoop.
It's the verb. Why can't you scoop?
It's the one thing I could do with the bottle.
Oh,
Thank you, sweetie. If you want to... Huh? What's going on?
good night visiting from the VODs.
Good night visiting from the VODs. Thanks for the Zote. Zote and Pichu have been arguing a lot tonight. I should let you know. There was a whole extended debate between the two, and I don't really know who won.
Pichu, always. Probably.
So, here's this character. This character's fun. He's a shopkeep. He's very excited. If I walk away, they get very bummed and go back to their little spot and stand there.
This shopkeep is like the most excited terrier.
Yep.
Like a little dog. A little tiny dog that just wants a friend.
Just a little
Or
bored and
you're-
kind of whatever. Oh, hello, yes. If you turn away, I love this guy. This is great. Hello.
Ah, customer. Hello there, friend. My shop carries the finest products you'll find anywhere. Please take a moment for your senses to savor the wonderful treasures I've prepared just for you, friend. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.
How do I buy? I had some problems with that in the other place.
Oh, yes. Allow me to explain. All you need to do is stand in front of any of my wares and press A to examine its beauty. Take your time and shop to your heart's delight. It's always free to look, my friend, and there's no pressure to buy. No pressure at all.
The dangly thing on his hat that moves
It do dangle.
as he moves. It just it makes it all so much better.
These are like the prettiest Zelda bombs that ever lived. I love them.
Ooh,
Look at these pretty bombs.
you could plant those in a garden.
Aha! Very sorry, but I can't sell you those unless you have a bomb bag. Again, my apologies. Aha! That's a wooden shield. You can use it to block and repel attacks. You must be careful, though, as it will break if it takes too much abuse. Oh, and don't forget about fire. It will burn quite easily. It's an unfortunate property of wood. Could be yours for 50 rupees.
Now, I'm going to say no thanks just because... Really, that's just, just the brief beat there. The ... is wonderful.
That's quite all right, my friend. I've got quite a few other items in stock, so take your time, look around.
So hang on here. First, I got several requests here. But yes, Dragonite. Definitely analyzing that animation there. I was not going to miss that animation. Absolutely not. We're not done with that one.
Maybe not like an excited terrier, maybe like a parrot.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Stretch. Carefully. Okay. But yeah. Buy, or like threatening to buy and then not, gets this wonderful reaction, and I just really love it. I don't think I can actually carry any of these other things. So we'll do it with this one again. I just, like, what a great thing to do just to have, before he goes to his next line, just having him stare at you for a brief second, pausing, and then very quickly snap back to cheerful shopkeeper face. It's very good. I love it. But okay, now I'll actually buy something. This time.
It tells so much about him that they take that one moment.
Yep, I really like it. It's dense with personality, this particular shopkeep.
Thank you for your loyal and continued patronage, friend. I've taken the liberty of placing your purchases in your pouch. Press R to open it and equip what you need.
Maybe I will. There we are. Have shield now. And I think that's most everyone. We'll talk to you someday, maybe.
Level 20 Waffle, I think this guy, not a needy terrier, I think he's got like a hairless chihuahua at home that he carries around, and like the dog's feet never touch the floor. Just his precious little baby.
It's a very good character. But now we have a healing potion. And now we have a
Princess
shield.
of his own, yes!
I like this fiction we've created for this character. He's got a rich personal life that mostly involves the dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we've got the things we need. No one can say we don't. Let's go.
We just... Oh, right, this is a thing we do. Okay.
Yes. Usually we get pushed, honestly. That we jumped of our own will this time is character growth.
Well, Zelda's not here to do it.
That's true. That's why we gotta save her. It's not the same if we're not getting shoved off when we're not ready.
Listen, teams don't always know how to flirt well. People don't always know how to flirt well.
True.
Zelda definitely doesn't know how to flirt well.
No. I'm so glad they started orchestrating. Well, I guess there's only been 2 Zelda games, this one and Breath of the Wild, but the orchestration really adds a lot in this one. I'm glad Nintendo started doing that more in general. Like, the orchestration in Mario Galaxy also added a ton. There we are. We've arrived. Master, please make sure to use your sailcloth when descending from high elevations. That's way too late to be giving me that reminder, friend. Though it is very funny that they do make you press the button and you have a tiny window, and they don't really give you a whole lot of warning. Honestly, this would be a lot funnier if they gave you a warning, but it's way too late. You land, it's funny, and then Fee comes out and says, "You should use the cloth."
That would, yeah, that would be better.
I took the liberty of deploying the sailcloth for you this time, but in the future you can manually engage it by pressing before landing. Master Link, we've arrived. This is the fabled surface that has long been part of Skyloft legend. By my calculations, you're currently positioned in a location known as the Sealed Grounds. I hope you like how that arena looks, by the way. We have to do the same boss fight 3 times here.
I don't know what it is. It's something about the way she's written that my brain just goes, oh, this isn't important, and turns off entirely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess because after that first meeting, everything she does start saying from there is something that we've learned from other people. It's not important. She pops into only and almost exclusively to say unimportant things, so it's really not a good early impression for her.
Yeah.
Do I need to... Hang on. Maybe I need to, Hang on. Aim up. Link.
Burp.
Wondered if I needed to fix that like that, but I guess not. Whatever.
Oh.
Back. Oh, come on.
Bop the plant.
Gotta bop the plant.
Does he shove his arm through his chest the way Wind Waker Link did?
Does he what now?
When he attacks. When he does a
A crossbody sort of thing?
swing?
You
Does
know
he?
what? Less so. It's less exaggerated this time. So like none of these poses feel super like wildly,
Yeah.
which is probably for the best. It worked.
I mean,
it
it
worked fine
works-
for Wind Waker Link, especially because he was a lot more stocky and wider than he was tall. So like
Yeah.
that short arm had to reach pretty far to get that smaller sword clear of the silhouette of his body.
And the more there should be more naturalistic movement to this more naturalistically proportioned Link.
Yeah. And don't touch that leaves. His legs are staying perfectly still because these animations have to work whether he's walking or running. Like, it has to shift from it, like, pretty cleanly. Although it's funny, I thought I remembered more that, like, you could be, like, take a swing while running like you could in Twilight Princess. Given that they are making you stop in place to do these things, it is funny that they don't have him, like, look like he's making little steps. Like, they rotate his feet, but they don't have him, like, slide his feet or take a step forward or anything like that, as long as they're having you just snap into a position. Seems like they
Yeah.
might as well have him actually move the legs. Who knows? Who knows why things end up like they do?
It's so different from Elden Ring that I've been editing in that they make you stop to swing your weapon is bizarre coming from that edit.
I guess you kind of have to in that as well, or like there's forward movement inherent to the attacks.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. I don't really think about it. Just the idea of stopping to attack seems so counterintuitive to a FromSoft game.
Yeah. It seems like the sort of thing that they were undoubtedly doing a lot of work tweaking and playing with how attacks worked in this game, especially given that they were trying to make it work with the motion controls. That would have been a system they were working on for a long time and going through a lot of iterations. I could see them at some point having assumed maybe you'd still be able to keep on running full speed like you could in Twilight Princess while doing slashes, but then they decided to have you stand still instead, and so maybe a lot of these slashes were meant to be upper body only somehow, but I could see a lot of iterations and this kind of ending up in a weird place where this works like this, but if they were designing it from scratch, meaning to get to this place, they probably would have
Done something
done something a little bit different. That ended up stronger.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of game sequels benefit from. Like when you're making a first version of a game, you're exploring a lot and course correcting as you go, but painting yourself into corners as you go as well with a lot of your choices. And you may be happy with the end destination you reach, but looking back, you'll see, wow, I just did like a whole family circus dotted line path getting to this place, and the place is less good than if I'd known this was what I was aiming for from the start. I could have gotten here in a 10th of the time, and the end result would have been a lot better too. I could do a lot better version of this if I just had a sequel to do it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to go down here now, yeah? Yeah, I think we do. Can I just like jump and woo? Yeah.
Whee! Oh no, you're supposed to analyze an animation, and I don't know which one.
Gotta do a splat? All right, we can do a splat. Young one, child of destiny, descended from the sky. Raise the sword of the goddess skyward. Take aim at the evil aura and unleash its power. Aiming skyward does not work as cleanly as you'd like. Missing was my fault, but here we go.
Are you actually having to swing the sword around? The
Yep.
computer monitors are between us, so I can't see you.
I am. Well, you don't have to. In the original game, you did, because it was on the Wii, and that was like kind of a whole
Yeah.
gimmick of it. And I started out not doing it on this too, but I actually started finding that the controls system, like the controls make a little bit more sense. That they were designed for this, like for playing in this way. So I am doing it with Joy-Cons where you kind of like swing around a bit. Some things are easier, some are harder, but on the whole, I think it actually does work better playing it more like they originally designed it. Weirdly. Master Link, I'm sensing a change in the area that was triggered by your Skyward Strike. I've also detected an aura that correlates closely to your sailcloth. I surmise this aura belongs to Zelda. I can lead you in the direction of this aura through a process known as dowsing. Would you like me to explain this process to you? Please do. As you wish, Master. Dowsing is when I detect the presence of the aura of something you wish to search for using the tip of the sword. The nearer you are to an object emitting the aura in question, the stronger the response will be. This response manifests itself through vibration and sound. The direction of the object emitting the aura is indicated by the purple pointer you see. Hold that thing and select Zelda as your dowsing target, then point to the direction you want to search. Okay. There we are. And now we douse. Now you might be like tempted or inclined to call this a gimmick. Little did you know that I extremely agree, yes.
Who doesn't like a good game of hot and cold?
So now I just gotta move a lot. Okay, so now okay. Woo! All right, that seems like just about enough elevation to test out a splat. It's not. Let's get some more. Whee!
The spin on your rise is fun. You don't just go straight up. Spin.
Woo! There we go. Oh, he does a little 3-point landing.
That wasn't a full splat. Do they have like a real splat? Like a real...
Maybe with like...
Oh no.
Probably with like enough height. If we could get like a good running jump that took us a bit further. It does look painful, but it also looks... It's got a little more dignity than I'd care for. Let's, Yeah, I think we're gonna have to find a bigger splat.
Better splat spot. Splat spot
Yes.
must exist.
Maybe not in this location, but one exists surely.
I just want a really cartoony, like, Tex Avery style hole in the ground that's shaped like Link's splayed out arms.
Now that would
and
be
legs.
great.
Right?
I would settle for him just like sprawling out flat on his stomach as well. but the hole in the ground would be very good.
It would just be like a really nice, tiny bit of comedy to this
Yeah.
particular character.
All right, let's douse. I think I found it. Good night, Kelithar. Thanks for joining.
Pretty shiny light.
Quite so.
Tiny touch.
The
Oh.
traveler descended from the clouds above. I welcome you, child of fate. Tell me, what is your name? Link. Ah, Link. Good. Very good. I sense you've already gained control over the sacred power that fills your sword when pointed skyward. The skyward strike is yours to command. It is proof that you are fit to bear the blade you carry, the goddess sword. I've sat here for many years, waiting for you to arrive, all so that I could fulfill my purpose as your guide.
Neat design on her. I like it. Just the pendulum hair, the weird tent cloak thing. It's neat.
You stand under the roof of the sealed temple, a place built by the goddess an eternity ago. Your arrival here was predestined many, many years ago. The spirit maiden you seek arrived here shortly before you, descending to this land in a shower of light. There's no doubting it. The gears of fate have begun to turn. Yet all is not as it should be. The spirit maiden was not meant to reach this land in the manner she did. I feel an evil power working in the shadows. It moves to warp the destiny of which you two are a part. Link, you are concerned for the spirit maiden and seek her whereabouts, yes? That is understandable, but for now you must focus on moving forward. That girl has her own purpose she must pursue, as do you. She set out for Farron Woods to discover that destiny for herself, and you must follow. Show me your map. The X upon your map marks the path that will lead you to Farron Woods. You'll be traveling in unfamiliar land. Many monsters have settled here, and the map may not prove guidance enough for your journey. And so I'll give you the power to create beacons. When a beacon's marked on your map, a column of light will stand at the location. It will act as your waypoint from afar. Point at the X and press A to place a beacon.
Yeah, okay, hang on.
Boop. Beacon. Though you cannot see it from where we are, a beacon stands outside to guide you. Leave the temple through the front doors and see for yourself. When you no longer have a use for a beacon, you can remove it, etc., etc. Buttons and functions. Go now. You must head into Farron Woods and chase after the spirit maiden, the one you call Zelda. On your way out, take the contents of the treasure chest within this room. What you find there should prove useful to you on your journey.
Hair control.
You are ready. Leave through the door before you and head into the woods. I wish you safe travel. Know that all the questions you have now will be answered in time. For now, Link, go bravely.
I will. Where is that chest you mentioned? Is it this one? Ooh, revitalizing potion. Is it in a new bottle or It is! Hooray!
Now you have 2 bottles.
Lucky me.
I wonder if you can put a bottle in a bottle. I mean, you can put so many things in bottles, the lady said.
That's true. But in this universe,
Like a smaller bottle inside the first bottle?
they've never ever thought to make bottles of different sizes. Or in this universe, bottles are like, maybe they're so rare because of just their intense magical properties. Maybe it's like a bag of holding, which putting one inside the other seems like something you should never do. Sort of like flipping a bag of holding inside out. Like,
Oh no, what would that do?
it feels like that's gotta be the origin point for some other
Universe?
tabletop setting.
Yeah.
Some apocalyptic one.
Or just a very strange one or something. Like,
Yeah. Out of the way! Scram! I'll help you. Oh, hang on. I say, I'll help you. Rock! Get out of here, guys. Come on. Stop being so good at blocking. It's annoying. Boy, he's good. Stop it. Annoying. Whew, thanks for jumping in there to help rescue me, bud.
adorable.
Just who were those red pests? I did not expect to run into a pack of them in this peaceful forest. Same goes for you. This is the second time I bumped into one of your kind today. I tell you, all sorts of weird things are going on here lately. I owe you big for taking care of those guys, so let me tell you something fascinating.
Tommy from Bob's Burgers, right? Not Tommy. What's his name?
Gene?
No. No, Bob's friend.
Oh, like, yeah, what is...
Teddy
Teddy, yeah.
is perfect. You're doing a perfect...
Oh, I wasn't even trying to, but yeah, like... Hey, bud. Where I haven't heard him in so long. It's like, I'm Gorko the Gorin. I'm researching the ancient history of these woods here. According to the ancient text, there's some kind of place up called the Isle of the Goddess, far up in the sky. Apparently, these old statues serve as landmarks to those traveling by the sky, traveling up to the sky, or down from this Isle of the Goddess place. If you find one, be sure to examine it to keep tabs on the number of landmarks. That's rumored to be quite useful. God, I haven't watched Bob's Burgers in too long. I need to hear more Teddy. I love Teddy.
Good night, Rika. What you were doing sounded so much like it to me already that I thought you were doing it intentionally.
There's so many good voices in Bob's Burgers.
There really are.
The whole thing sounds a little crazy, I know, but I, for one, believe it to be true. Otherwise, why would all these statues be here all over the place? It's a real head scratcher, bud. Makes you want to know more, does it not? Sure. Sounds like I have a fellow connoisseur of ancient cultures here. All right, bud. You better brace yourself because I'm about to blow your mind. So get this. People actually live on this sky island, and they go around by flying on the backs of the huge birds that are way bigger than birds down here. You okay?
No, I'm good.
Up there, everybody reveres the goddess, and the residents of all the islands in the sky live in a perfect society, totally free of conflict or unhappiness. Not only that, but from what I can tell, their civilization is way, way more advanced than ours down here. But it's not stopped there, bud. The fact that he calls us bud all the time, too, just feels like, it doesn't stop there, Bob! Like,
Exactly.
this Isle of the Goddess has even more stuff to marvel at. The place was crafted by the goddess herself, so it figures that it's filled with wonders we don't have here. The buildings are all made of gold. An endless spring of mystical water feeds a river through the place. One sip of that stuff, you live forever. The trees are heavy with a plump fruit that cures all disease. The fields are crowded with pumpkins that never rot. Magic wildflowers bloom everywhere. And the weather, bud. Not too hot, not too cold. No chance of sweaty heat in this garden paradise. This is the Isle of the Goddess. Amazing, right? Wrong! It's beyond amazing! You want to hear more about it, don't you, bud? Now, increasingly. You're very enthusiastic.
Gorko.
Good
You
to hear,
sure
bud.
are talking a lot about this place.
Slow down, but
I'm trying to do a Louise, but I can't. I don't have it. Nope.
I found, like, as much as I love Bob's Burgers voices, they are some of the hardest voices to imitate. There are lots of cartoon characters who lots of people can kind of get sort of close to, or like that you can get kind of ballpark in. But Bob's Burgers voices are really hard to imitate. I don't know why.
I think part of it is that so much of them is character driven, and like it's not about the sound and tonality of their voice, it's about the way they say what they say.
It's true. And they also got, like, a lot of the voices are rooted in, like, those actors have a distinct voice to sound to their voice, and so it's really hard to, like, H. John Benjamin and, oh gosh,
Yeah.
all of them, like, just sound really distinct to begin with.
Man.
Good to hear, bud. I'm completely obsessed with this place. I cannot get enough of it.
Bob.
I wish I had more to tell you now, but I'll need to research these statues to learn more. Next time I bump into you, I'll give you the latest info. I really want to practice that voice now. It's so fun to do. Kristen Shaw, thank you. That's the name I was really trying to think of next. Whoa! What in the world just happened? Did you use some kind of magic? The statue reacted the moment you got near it, bud. How crazy is that? It sure did. I'm going to save now. Doesn't just kind of blow your mind. Coral! What was that? The statue just reacted to you. What did you do? Come on, now don't make a big guy bed. I have to know.
Hey.
I have to examine this statue further, bud. Who knows what I might find out? Well, you keep doing that. I'm gonna give my voice a break and go over here.
No, Bob, I gotta examine this statue.
Master, now that you have accessed the stone statue, you can return to the sky at will. Furthermore, by using a certain amiibo figure, how do you know what those are? You can return to the sky from anywhere on the surface and come back to where you left.
Well, Daniel, she's from the future.
Right, of course.
Or the past, or the sci-fi.
All of this I learned from my creator, Nintendo Corporation of Japan. Please call me anytime you would like to use an amiibo. You can also enable or disable amiibo using usage from the options.
Cool. Every time she shows up, I just think, ugh, why? And that's not good.
It's not, but it is the Skyward Sword experience. It used to be worse, if you can believe it.
Can't. Can. Really can.
Really helped everyone appreciate Navi a little more.
Ling! Hey, Ling! Listen!
Master, you have entered Farron Woods. Thank you, Fee.
That could totally not have just been a text pop-up. Like that.
Yeah.
Why?
The plentiful water in this region clearly sustains a large diversity of flora, including this massive tree. It is logical that the lush plant life and water resources have attracted animal species to the region. See, like, if she did this, but it was a thing where, like, you could do a Metal Gear codec call at any time to get Fee to just talk about something around you.
Yeah.
Then, like, maybe it wouldn't all be all that interesting because, like, as she's written now, a lot of that she says isn't interesting, but that'd be something, right? She would be additive. Looking at the probabilities, it is extremely likely that something or other. I recommend you continue to use your dowsing ability to search for her. I think I'm just gonna walk instead in a direction and keep on walking in directions until I happen to have walked in the right one. That sounds less annoying. Get out of here. Trees.
No small trees go here.
Now these characters I recall liking.
Oh.
Whoop. Hey, can some of you guys teach me how to block? Because apparently you're experts in the field.
They're not experts, but they were outstanding in a field.
I suppose they were outstanding in their field.
Huh? It's gone quiet.
feel like you should do these. This is very high-pitched.
Quick, go! Now there's a green one! I don't even know what they came in green!
We do.
Don't hurt me, Kyoko!
I like them.
They're very cute.
You know, I actually am, like, there's a lot about Skyward Sword aesthetically and its music and places it introduces and creatures and things like that that are quite cool. If Tears of the Kingdom, which does take place way more in the sky, it looks like, incorporates more of this kind of like world building into it, that'd be rad. I'd be fully there for it.
I can't go that high.
It's very high pitched.
The shadows from the trees are really nice here.
Yeah, it's just like the
Like
art
super
design of this game is still
diffuse.
really beautiful. Shield bash all enemies except for final boss. Noted. I haven't tried using the shield bash. Maybe that's the trick. It's a good pro tip. Money does grow on trees.
Ooh, you found a shiny.
Ooh, a shiny. Where
Lick
does it
it.
go in my book?
Lick
Game,
it.
please tell me.
It looks like candy. Lick it.
It goes there, you see. All right.
Oh, you didn't lick it.
I can't. I'm saving it for later in my candy book. It's my candy collection. As long as I'm going adventuring and saving people and exploring dangerous places that no one's ever been, I get to work on my candy collection on the side.
Derman would be proud.
My characters do sort of bleed together after a while. I've detected an exceptionally strong dowsing response in this area. It's a good thing I didn't even bother. You should continue searching the vicinity. I think I'm getting closer. Rather than me doing the dowsing thing, why don't you and I feed... Okay. Why don't you, Fee, while I'm doing this, just play hot and cold with me? Since that's effectively what we're doing anyway. You could just give me little updates. Warmer, warmer, colder, ice cold, Arctic. Like way too cold.
Ooh, there's something hiding.
Little buddy.
I saw it. Oh! That scared me.
Them too, to be fair. Little buddy. I have found you.
Hide. Hide, hide. Ah!
Very cute. Ah, I see you've given up on mushrooms and are now trying to hide in trees.
This is wise. The trees will take longer to chop down.
That's true. Or, well, you found a tree. So that was step one.
It spotted me again.
Become plant.
You don't want to eat me. And come to think of it, why did you fight off all those red monsters?
Man, I don't even know.
Keep it. I'm Maki. I'm a cute. I'm sorry. Your
Kikwi?
text is very far away.
That's true. You are sitting a little further away from the
You
TV.
seem okay, even though you're scary. Thanks for helping me. That's weird, Kiku. A little while ago, I ran into another funny animal like you, but that one was a girl. How can you tell the gender of these funny animals?
Who?
I'm impressed. I don't know who she was, and she seemed to be in big trouble when I saw her. She a friend of yours, Squee?
Sort of. She says nice things to me, but she also pushes me off cliffs a lot.
A pack of
I trip over it every time I read it too.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I get the same thing. Maybe she says nice things of me to, like, draw me toward cliffs. Hadn't really considered that.
Maybe Zelda's actually a psychopath.
Master, we've obtained new information on Zelda's current status.
Oh.
This information indicates that she was assailed by monsters but somehow evaded capture. However, I infer that she is still in significant danger. I've marked the position of the Kikwi known as Maki. Please confirm your current location. Furthermore, my analysis suggests that this Kikwi most likely produces a false positive dowsing reaction due to previous direct contact with Zelda.
That's all it takes.
I guess. Using this hypothesis, I theorize there's an 85% chance that the Kikwi Elder will also generate a dowsing reaction for the same reason. I propose you continue dowsing to search for Zelda. Okay.
You really spooked me, Kiwi. Kiwi. There we go. You keep some very strange company, friend.
That's true.
Kiwi, it sounds like you're set on finding this friend and the Elder. If you're heading that way anyway, Kiwi, would you mind telling our Elder that I'm safe? Are you?
You bet.
Are you safe, though?
I mean, probably as safe as ever. They seem like a very panicky sort, so they're probably doing this all the time to everything.
Mm-hmm. Fair. Cloud goes over the sun. Kwee!
Well, it was nice to meet you. You're very cute. Which direction am I heading here? That one more about? Okay. Unless that was just pointing at our little friend there again, which is possible. But I'm just gonna go this way regardless. Do. Let's try a shield bash this time. I think that's going to work a little better. Haha. Hey, it did work better. Thank you for the tip. That's a very good strategy for fighting these things in a less annoying fashion. Good recommendation. I see you there. You're very colorful. I like you.
Aw.
No. No, thank you. Not interested. Don't make me. Shield bash. Shield bash. Shield bash. I guess I have to wait for them to wind up for the attack before it works. That makes some sense, I guess. Ah, another hydrate reminder happened a while ago.
Oh.
Let's have a sip.
There's cute little birds down there. I bet if you jump down there and run real fast, they'll fly away.
That's true. They definitely will. And I guess I can do that now because I did just...
Yes.
Goodbye, birds. There's still a little bit of daffodil still kind of rattling around in there, I think.
What? No. Daffodil was in here the whole time.
That's true.
I didn't become Daffodil. I didn't, create Daffodil. I merely released Daffodil.
Yeah. That feels true.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I think I see our destination. Ah,
With the shining golden light ray.
there we go.
Or are we headed to a different target?
We're headed this way.
Ah.
To you. Kwihi, I'm Butka, the Kikwi Elder. I saw the way you spotted me through my ingenious camouflage. Kwi, you are certainly a master woodsman.
His little feet that stuck out.
The little tiny feets. Where's Zelda?
So cute.
Zelda. Ah, the girl creature with the blonde hair. She looked like one of your kind. Yes, she was with me, Kwi. But now's not the time for such talk.
The woods are full of monsters. I'm worried about my missing tribe. Quee. The shock and worry has made my memories of the girl quite hazy. What? You say you've met some of my people, Quee? Quee. So Maki is safe, eh? Ah, but the monsters. They are still lurking in the forest. I don't dare leave the spot. 3 Kikwis are still unaccounted for. Could I ask you to search for them and make sure they're safe, Quee? I'm worried sick for my fellow Kikwis. If you could calm my fears, I might be able to remember more about where the girl you seek went off to, Quee. Learning that Zelda's no longer with the Kikwi Elder is an unfortunate setback, but he may still have useful information. Taking this into account, I calculate an 85% probability that your quest will be aided if you find the lost Kikwis for the Elder. To expedite your search for these forest-dwelling creatures, I have added Kikwis as a dowsing option.
Hooray.
Better, like, be careful with those. We've only got 1 free slot left.
There's nothing else in the world more important than these Kikwis.
Additionally, I'll mark any Kikwis you discover on your map and disable dowsing readings for them. That way you will not revisit the same old Kikwis. This concludes my explanation. When ready, please begin your search for the missing Kikwis. Thank you, Fee. I now remember kind of my ultimate impression of the character. First impression, when she first shows up with the real good music
She looks
and the
so
floating
cool.
around, and she's cool and she's saying a few interesting things before she's just basically giving me like little random Windows update pop-ups.
I'm afraid I don't remember who, but I saw somebody go, Clippy!
Yeah, basically Clippy.
Paperclip. Ugh.
Well, where's our little friends?
Where indeed. They're very good at hide and seek.
Very good. Fee, I think the dowsing thing is broken. Partly because I'm searching for Zelda. There we are.
That'd do it.
It's a good question. What if the RNG betrays us and we do get that 15% failure?
Ugh. That's more than once every 10 times. Like, more than 1 in 10 times, so... we should expect it to happen multiple times in this playthrough.
It is true. That's basically like the odds of rolling a 1, 2, or 3 on a d20. More frequent than you think.
Unfortunately.
Balance, balance, balance better.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. They really wanted to remind you that you were playing on the Wii and to try to really drive home that this whole controller thing was a good idea.
It was, just not for this.
It's not for this. Like, listen, Wii Sports is great.
The, like... WarioWare was great.
WarioWare was great. There are definitely some games on the Wii that Wiimote made way better. And those I remember very fondly.
But only those. No.
And I feel for like the designers, because you know they were getting their orders like, guys, you do have to actually use selling points on our console. If we don't use them well, who's going to?
Wait,
Huh.
what happens if you drop a big fruit in the hole? Can you knock the fruit off the tree and drop it in the hole?
Probably, or I could just drop in there.
But the fruit's hanging right above the hole. Well, not right above, but you know.
I don't think it's going to work. I think I'm just going to have to do it. Whee!
No. Fine. I thought I had solved a puzzle before we were even given the puzz part. Or the ol part.
I think we found one.
Ooh! Don't eat me! It tastes terrible! Let me go, Quee! Huh? The elder was worried about me. I'm glad to hear he's safe, Quee. I'm Ulu. If you meet the elder, tell him I'm here. Keep moving. I don't know if it's safe yet. I'm going to stay here a while longer and wait for the monsters to go away.
That sounds smart. You go ahead and do that. Do your good hiding. All right, where's the next one?
One down,
What?
2 to go.
Found you already. Where are your friends? We honestly have all the footage I need of this game. I'm just sort of...
Having fun now.
I'm using my... Well, not really even... It's fun
Streaming.
finding new... Yeah, streaming's fun. Streaming can make a lot of games that aren't fun more fun. Oddly.
It's because we're hanging out.
It is
It's
true.
like getting to chill with folks. I don't know.
Yeah, the social element that it brings to just playing any game does kind of help. Playing a bad game with friends around. Not that this is even that bad of a game. But having friends around always helps.
It's true.
Do you get to pet the kikwis once you find them all? Or ever? Seems like you should be able to. I think you're onto something. So you do. Okay, good. Hey, birds. Really could have sworn there was one back here.
No.
Well, yes, Zote, I feel the same, but we still have to find the other two. Gosh, did y'all see that perfectly timed Pichu alert in yesterday's Twilight Princess? There's a clip of it, and I think I tweeted out that clip as well.
That's what you were doing last night.
It's very good. It's basically, yeah, it's basically the first time they tell you to go find a piece of grass and like whistle into it to call a horse or whatever. And at that exact moment, someone dropped in the little Pichu thing as the sound that Link made. It was very good. Y'all are getting
my
very good
goodness.
with the timing of that. Where are these little things? I need to douse more often, I guess. I just don't want to. Where's the other one?
Ooh, Ashton linked the clip.
Oh, hooray!
Thank you, Ashton.
Thank you, Ashton, for finding it. And Pichu, for your participation.
Your never-ending participation.
We've been trying to think of more characters who need to be able to get in words edgewise. Midna would be a pretty good one, I feel like. Playing Twilight Princess yesterday reminded me how good Midna is. And is not doing Fee any favors by comparison. Like, Midna is a character who has Twilight Princess levels of expressiveness in, or has Wind Waker expressiveness in Twilight Princess. And Twilight Princess has expressive characters still even. It's just, Midna goes above and beyond, and it's great.
Midna kind of needs to, because anytime she's out and about, Link is the dog.
Most of the time, yeah. But even, like, Dog Link is way more expressive than Breath of the Wild Link. It's sad.
Oh, fair. Poor Breath of the Wild Link.
Poor Breath of the Wild Link.
No, Dan, you don't understand. It's just that he is amnesiac, and so he has no emotions. Like an amnesiac would.
As
I'm
we all know,
sorry.
lose your memories.
I'm sorry. That was mean.
Oh, no. I've been time bomb grabbed. Ow.
We've just talked about it a lot.
We have.
So it's easy for me to feel that's a silly thing to say because we've talked about it a lot.
I do confess my interest in finding the other two is rapidly decreasing.
Yeah. I already stopped caring. We'll go. I get the feeling we can't move on until we do that, though.
No, yeah, but I'm thinking that I might have enough footage regardless. Like, there's so much, there's so much expressing that happens in the opening hour, just between like Link and Zelda alone.
There's so much flirting that happens in the opening hour between Link and Zelda alone.
Yeah, and I really do not need a lot of footage from any of these other Zelda games other than Breath of the Wild, which we will definitely be doing a stream or two of that as well. I'm already a good bit further into that one because I've been getting footage of it because there's so much Breath of the Wild. I can't be doing all that on just stream, but I'll do a stream or two of it because then we can like be looking for expression opportunities and stuff like that. That one we can be a little bit more like, we already know all the ways I'm critical about it. We've discussed it already. I want to look at the ways to like be more constructive, looking at it and saying like, all right, what things could we do? What things could be done here that would help this?
Yeah.
And like realistic things, like where are some places where with some additional investment in animation and some additional time where we could get a lot of bang for our buck?
Like
that's a good
the
exercise.
Movement of pupils or like that kind of thing?
Like that kind of thing, yeah. Or like I think the idle fidget stuff is a big one.
Timer's way too long on that.
Yeah, timer's way too long, and other Zelda games have gotten, like even Ocarina of Time has a lot of contextual fidgets. Like Breath of the Wild does, but they're like, a lot of them are rare situations.
Yeah.
Whereas like Ocarina of Time had quite a few. Anyway, it's all stuff we can kind of get into. Maybe Sunday morning if I do some of that.
It's such a good place to add more character.
Yeah.
And to let the
hang on.
Character of the character slip through the control system because you're not actively controlling in the moment that they're playing an idol.
Y'all are right. We should try to do a splat. So we can go to the sky here and that's okay. Thanks for the.
Yes. Splat.
I had not considered that as a splat opportunity.
Consplatulations, you had a good idea.
Fantastic.
Ooh, pretty.
Thank you, bird.
The bird's just been circling around above the clouds waiting for you to pop back out.
Mm-hmm.
Good golly.
I hope he's all right. Because someone's going to need to feed me at some point. And I'm getting hungry. I'll report, Master. It is possible to descend to a specific bird statue on the surface after you've already visited it and have memorized its location. To do this, point to the area you want to descend and press the button to confirm your destination. All right. So if we had to choose where Link were to splat, would we want it to be sealed grounds, behind the temple, Farron Woods entry, in the woods? Any preference? Wrinklehotch, this is your analysis. I think you get to pick. Skyloft or on the raffle wheel thing? Or Pumpkin Tavern?
Oh, folks are saying that it might not splat coming from the ground.
Oh, it might not splat from here. So, okay, so...
Or coming from the sky, you might not splat hitting the ground.
So on Skyloft properly, either... Okay, can't splat from the sky. All right, so let's get back to Skyloft then, since that's where we can...
Boo, can't splat from the sky. What's even the point of splatting then? Unfortunate.
Let's descend into the area more slowly than we'd hoped. Boo.
See? Why do you ruin everything? I mean...
Out of my way, plants. Ow.
Lance, please, we're busy. Gotta splat.
Gotta splat. does surprise me we can't find a good height to... Hang on. Maybe around there. I don't know if it'll let us jump up there, but no, there was the fence and everything. That won't work. This really feels like you should be able to splat. Ah, come on.
Very disappointing. Need taller splat.
Here we are. Oh, we can't go to the sky from this one, right? It's got to be one that's outside, one of the orange-colored ones. Oh, there was one back here. We'll just go back to that one.
What? Master.
I don't know if they let you really, like, glide with direction all that much. I think once you glide, you're, like, at least a lot of the time, it feels very much like you're just kind of gliding directly down. It doesn't quite work like the paraglider, tragically. I wonder if I can climb back up from here. Nope. Maybe using the wind gusts over there.
On the far side, where there isn't a fence.
Possibly?
What other purpose does that wind gust serve?
Kind of want to know now. Whee! There we go. Oh, really?
Next one over. Maybe this'll work.
This time. There we go.
Hooray!
Although, maybe they still won't let us in here. I don't know.
Why fence?
Can't climb fence. Impossible. Wait, hang on. Boundary break. Ah, come on.
Do it, do it, do it.
Ah,
You're so close. Maybe, can you roll?
feels like... Ah, it feels like this should work. Hang on. Ow.
Ah!
Come on.
You're so close.
Ah, boo. This could also work. Ah. There we go. It's a kind of splat, but not quite the one we're going for.
It's not the splat, but you did manage to,
It is a splat, but we can do better.
Poor Link.
Poor Link.
Can't go back up that way, though, right?
We'll just go through.
Ah. Need a level with more verticality.
Only the highest quality splats for us. To the sky. To Skyloft. And from Skyloft, I guess, like, we could... I don't know if they let you just, like, airdrop onto Skyloft. Like, they'll probably still auto-deploy there, but I wonder if, like, maybe you can get up onto the statue again or something? I'm trying to think, like, where in Skyloft we could get that kind of air.
Can you fly over the island and just jump off your bird? I doubt you can do that.
And
That can't be the answer.
like, maybe? Possibly, if not, we can, like, find another place where maybe we could, like, get up onto the statue at the very least. This feels like this could work. Boo! All
Come
right.
on!
Can I get up there again? You can actually be really low to the ground and do it. Interesting. You would think that would work. That was odd. Let's try Let's try this again.
I just want Link to full face splat. Maybe he does not do it. Maybe it just does not happen.
I believe. Try the pump. What is the Pumpkin Tavern? I'm not familiar. Let's see here.
Please, we need to make a flat boy.
Far southeast looks like pumpkin. Maybe if we can... No, this is still not nearly high up enough.
Now so angry that Zelda gave us that stupid sailcloth.
Far southeast looks like pumpkin past the green beacon. Okay, all right, well, let's try that. Why did we give our sword manual override on our on our cloth?
Right? Why did the game animate this, like, spread wide falling animation if we don't ever get to splat?
I think I see it. It's gonna happen. Woo!
Ooh.
To the Pumpkin Island. Hang on. Where we...
Island? Please splat,
And
please
here we
splat,
go.
please
This
splat,
time
please
it's...
splat, splat,
hello,
splat,
y'all.
splat,
Guys, I'm
splat.
doing a thing.
Maybe
This-
they want to splat with us.
This time.
They do. They want to splat with us.
Finally, the splat. We've done it.
Oh, yay!
Worth
Good
it.
job, Link.
Thank you for directing us to a place where that could actually happen.
Finally.
Glad we finally got to see it. And wow, you really can just shake that kind of damage off. Sturdy fellow.
It was only 2 hearts.
Worth doing again.
More splat. More splat.
It does seem like he just like snaps to a pose and then kind of the get up from there. Pumpkin, where are you? Ah, there you are. Okay. And we drop.
The flying squirrels.
I do like them.
They're just like, hello, we also splat.
Seeing his shadow coming up closer and closer adds quite a lot. But, do you have
Yay.
a contextual animation for when you're hurting? We haven't really seen your animations for when you're also like have your idols for when you have like your sword and everything else too. I bet he probably has a bunch of other contextual ones as well. All right, so that's a stretch we've seen before. All right, he clearly doesn't have one for being hurt. Let's see if any of these
Well, wait.
have a heart. They do. Good.
Maybe he's just not hurt enough.
Now let's see. Let's see. I'd love to see Link. What sort of stuff you got?
Don't get too overwhelmed and in your head about it.
Yeah, don't think too hard. Just do what comes natural.
Yeah. Look around. Yeah.
All right, so there's your basic one. I really could have sworn I've seen him do the
Arm swing is nice.
like kind of adjusting his gloves,
Ooh.
tightening them a little bit, or just sort of like gripping his wrists a bit. Huh.
So far?
Yeah, if he draws a weapon, I'm sure he'll have a different one then. Or maybe he'll just stow it before and then go back to neutral before he does anything. But I really do feel like he's got to have another one.
I do like the way his arms swing after the stretch.
Yeah, that does look nice. All right, he's still doing this one over and over. All right, so. Do you have an idol in this case, my boy?
I love the little eye dart off to the side.
Yeah.
Just, it's a cute expression.
I guess there's not much room for one in this sort of situation where you're kind of like in
Yeah, Ringlehatch says that he doesn't have one with the shield up.
Maybe in this state. Let's see. I'm guessing still no, but we'll see. Since you're at attention and his like arm is actively engaging with my movement and all that, so like it's not a lot of room for an idle in there.
It's such
he's constantly getting input all the time, technically, with just the location of my of the well, it's not a Wiimote, but you know.
The sword arm.
Yeah.
That is.
It does work better than the old Wiimote did, though.
Which is interesting.
It's the text come aways.
Mm-hmm. But it also just looks strange.
It does. It's
like not in a horrible way, just in a like this doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Let's go back to Skyloft real fast, because I wonder maybe like in an interior. Because I thought I saw a different gesture when he was inside like the bazaar. Maybe in an interior he'll have slightly different fidgets and stuff.
That may be.
Maybe like we've seen him in interiors before, and he didn't do much, so I may be wrong there, but I just really feel like I've seen. It's possible having the motion controls off would make a difference. Like I assume probably not, since like I doubt they would have made more animations like that for the original version of this game, which was motion control mandatory, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. Island's so pretty.
It is. And I'm guessing the reason you can't just drop direct into this one is that they actually need to load the thing.
Oh. Dadgummit.
Okay.
Let's go shopping.
So we're in here now.
And then not move.
Come on, buddy.
He looks embarrassed. You've put him on the spot.
Feeling shy. Can't help but do the same fidget over and over. You may just have the one.
He's worked really hard at perfecting that one. He's not ready to show any of the others off yet.
It's true, he's been practicing. The rest are all still...
Work in progress.
Yep. Can't rush an artist. Do you do anything when treading water? I'm surprised that like just standing still in water by itself doesn't drain stamina.
Yeah, that's actually odd.
Like moving, I'm sure does. Well, maybe not. Weird. I'll take it.
It's an interesting swim style.
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim good. So I'm sure there's a name for that, but I don't know it.
It is an interesting like
Like a
yeah,
side
it's
stroke
like
or
stroke,
something?
like for a swimming animation. I don't mind it. It's just it's a weirdly specific choice.
I think maybe the sword and shield would feel very strange and weird if he was doing the like standard
Maybe so. Like I
unencumbered swim.
was wondering, like, is there any? You can do sort of like a strafing swim. That's kind of cool. He actually does have like sort of a
Cool. Yeah.
side and backwards swimming for if you're like locked on, which is kind of cool. So several different versions of the cycle. But I was trying to see if like, can I like attack or do anything? Is like, are they leaving room for me to be able to do some sort of animation? But it doesn't seem like it now.
Yes. We've got folks saying it's a side stroke.
It's a side stroke.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I like it being there as just like, it's different than what you'd see in lots of other places.
Yeah. And I think it, like I said, if he were to do like the more standard breaststroke or whatever, it would occlude the silhouette a lot. Like everything would just be a lot more muddy.
Yeah.
This keeps a clear silhouette that like you can tell the action. He doesn't look like he's flailing with a turtle on his back or anything like that.
I am willing to bet that he does have some other contextual idols in different situations. Hang on, I see this shop, and I don't know if I can reach this shop right now. Is it possible to reach this shop right now?
It looks like it's taking off.
I think I need something. I think I need a ranged weapon from like the first temple to shoot the bell.
To ring the bell.
Yeah.
It's a shame you can't fly to it. Unlike, say, a bird.
That is a shame.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Man, if only you had birds to fly on.
If only. Link, that's not how you use a bench. That's better.
Oh, Link.
I mean, usually, oh wow, you get your hearts back when you sit down. That's cool. Usually you don't get, like, Link doesn't even have seating animations. I wonder if, like, he has an idol for this. He might not. He does. Oh, he dozes.
Oh, buddy.
See, that's cute.
You're so sleepy from doing all the splats.
So,
Oh, my goodness.
Nope, I'm okay. Comes out of that a little fast, but still, that's great. I like it as a touch.
You'd come out of it fast, too, if you almost face planted because you were falling asleep on a bench.
No, that's true. Like, like,
Yeah.
like the dozing off happens very quickly. And then as soon as he jerks upright, he, like, immediately snaps back into that idle
Yeah.
real fast, like, sort of, boop, back to it. There.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it needs another
He
second or
settles
two. Yeah.
A little bit too quickly back into the...
Yeah. Anyway, that's a bunch of nonsense. Okay. I've got more than enough.
Nonsense?
More than enough nonsense. Let's get some tunes back. And hang out a little bit. Heck, here we can still have him sleeping.
Oh, snoozy little Link.
Ah. So I've definitely gotten all the Skyward Sword I need. Which just really
Awesome.
does leave more Breath of the Wild, and I've probably got enough. I think I want more. I want more cutscenes from Breath of the Wild, and those are pretty spread out.
Mm.
So, Link forgot to turn off notifications for his sword. Yeah. It's a big old game. Am I going to take a crack at the CDI games for the Zelda retrospective? No. And honestly, this isn't even a Zelda retrospective video I'm aiming to make. It's a video specifically about wanting Link to have more personality to him in Tears of the Kingdom, and just sort of pointing out ways why that is important and why that would help, and why Breath of the Wild could have been improved by having it. Which is why I do need like footage, or some footage, a little bit at least, from these older games to point to for when I'm referencing them. And the CDI games are not. They're a fun little footnote in history, but they are not. They're not directly relevant to anything that Zelda actually is today. So. Also, I don't have a CDI, and I guess I could just use an emulator for those, but still.
You don't do well at half measures.
I don't. I really do like getting footage off of proper hardware when I can, but
Even if it means playing the same game 3 times over.
yeah. There's still a part of me, Lady Lunar, that like a tiny part of me that is holding out hope that they are sitting on a playable Zelda reveal for Tears of the Kingdom as well. In part because they also keep on, like, that's not the reason they're not showing much of Link's face in that trailer, but they're not showing us a lot of Link in general in that one, in those trailers. I'm just real hoping. What's my animation take on the cutscenes in the CDI Zelda games? It's bad animation. It is not good animation at all, but it does have charm. It's memorable, and it's just weird. I'm glad those weird games exist. What kind of cutscenes am I looking for in Breath of the Wild? Some of the main story ones interacting with some characters along the way. Like you've got some of the early starting ones, like when you talk to King Hyrule. You've got stuff like meeting with Impa. You've got stuff like meeting Pura and Prince Sidon. Like as you get toward each of like the main little kingdoms in the parts of the world and dealing with divine beasts, there's a variety of like kind of set pieces that happen there and cutscenes meeting those characters and talking. Plus there's all the flashbacks that you can find around the world. So those will be some like gimme ones that I just have to run to the spot and get some of those as well. That'll be nice. For the oh, well, hello, Wiggins and Wiggins and company. Welcome. Hello and welcome. I need to put this. This is not a great spot for alerts to be on screen. It's kind of it's a little bit cut off, isn't it? A little bit. But welcome, everyone. We're actually kind of wrapping up here, honestly. We're just talking a little bit more Zelda. I've been playing some more Skyward Sword to get some footage for it, and now it's... Hang on. It's going to sleep. Wake up. But,
Wake up, Link.
I got all I need from Skyward Sword, so we're just kind of chatting, talking Zelda for a bit before I head out. So I may be handing some of y'all off to someone else pretty soon here. But thanks for the raid, and welcome, everyone. Thanks for the very cute... I'll never be sad seeing that cute little dog emote.
Cute little Maple.
It's very good. And I do enjoy how it kind of allows the dog and the goose to sort of like argue. Or team up. But let's see. Baha Bali had a question. For Final Fantasy V, did I get a chance to see the Toad status in the overworld sprites? I don't think I have yet. And we haven't gone back to the 5 yet because I'm talking with a couple of folks about trying to get a little bit of ROM havocing done in there. Actually, a lot of it's been kind of done. But I was getting... wow, it's a lot of good dog emotes.
Oh my goodness.
So many. Wow. Good dog emotes.
I think I remember... Matt, was it TQ who does your emotes? I remember looking at it on your page, and I don't remember now. But they're very cute.
Very good at set of emotes.
Yes, TQ has killed it with these. They're great.
But yeah, we're gonna be. I'm seeing about trying to get a version of that fan translated ROM that has some of the names fixed. If none other, like, even if it's just Kryle's name, that's really the only one I need because that's the only character I have to mention by name who will be appearing in that video. And if I say Kryle and the screen says Kara, that just does not work for me. Ashton, that's a very good emote combination. And Butts instead of Bart's. Well, Bart's at least they let you rename. Bart's is the one character in the game that they let you choose a name for. So that one I was at least allowed to do. All the rest are baked in. Which I'd forgotten. But I guess it kind of makes sense because, like, Kryle is mentioned a good number of times before she's actually recruitable. But yeah, we'll get back to 5 before too long. It's been fun doing a little Zelda break, though.
Yeah.
But we've been going for a good long while now. And I feel like especially now that we've got some more raiding folks who came to hang out, I should hand y'all off to someone who's actually doing something. I, too, can't wait for Final Fantasy 16. That new trailer looks good, and I can't wait for... It seems like basically the Final Fantasy 14 crew getting to make the next single-player game, and I'm here for that.
Ooh.
Can't wait.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Gorgeous looking. And it very much feels like from that trailer also that they're just sort of like... They're doing a lot of very similar to 14 world building and thematic stuff. It seems like they're just... For all the people who don't want to play an MMO, do you want the same kind of story?
Oh,
I'm intrigued.
I'm very interested in that.
Yeah. It looks exciting. It's interesting. You can tell by a person's response to the trailers and the stuff they're showing for 16 whether or not that person plays 14. Because I can understand fully, if I hadn't played 14, I would see some of the stuff in 16's trailers and be like, this feels very different, and I don't really know what they're going for here. This is a very different energy. But if you've been playing 14, then it does still feel a little different, but it's like, it's a different that it's like, okay, this isn't a wheelhouse I know. I have a good feeling about this, actually. Can't wait for it. Anyway, I have a hunch that Dan's still on. And I think Dan Jones is still possibly doing a subathon. He's still playing Mario 64, which I suspect means Chaos Mario, which means if y'all have not seen, he is on, good. If y'all have not seen this Chaos mod of Mario 64 that Dan is playing, you're gonna want to, you're gonna want to stick around for at least a few minutes because you are not ready for what this mod does.
Very good.
Nor could I describe it to you. But I think the more people subscribe, the more stars he has to manage to get, and that is no small feat in this version of Super Mario 64.
Make his life challenging.
Very.
Do
It is bonkers. So let's make ready for a raid. Here, let's what's our emote this time? I feel like we've not really chosen a consistent emote for raiding, but I'm kind of okay with that. Oh, it says normal Mario 64 this time? Well, that'll be fun too. He's very good at it.
It is good emote. For raid.
Seems like, I'm seeing geese and hellos.
I mean, hello is like very good, and goose is also very good.
Both are good. Yeah, I say, heck, go in with whatever you want, but geese and hello seem like a pretty...
Offering up a bit of froyo to a new stream is also a nice choice.
It's true, and especially given that he's doing a chaos run. Oh, he's still going for 120 in Chaos Mario, because...
Bowsers.
Oh boy.
Have fun with that.
No, it's definitely Chaos Mario. Oh, good. I'm excited to see that. Let's go over there and see that. It's going to be a good time. Thank you. Actually, here, before we do that, I should do the actual thing that I do.
Oh.
Hang on.
Roll credits.
Yeah, I got to roll the credits. There were so many people. We're going to have a lot of people who contributed bits today for our very good Pichu and Zote argument. And I will keep trying to think of good characters who we can be throwing in to add to that chaos. Because it seems like we've got some fans of chaos vibes in here. Thank you all very much.
Daniel, it's pronounced chouse.
Of course. A lot of big Chouse fans in the audience tonight.
Here we go. Better.
Some emotes inspired by your Soulsborne death counts. That could be a fun one. Yeah, if we, if I get an audio clip from any particular Dark Souls game, or Soulsborne or whatever, the number of bits it should be the count of, like, the final death count of that run. That's a great idea. Mm-hmm. Good thinking. Very good thinking. I love that. I don't know what clips I'd use, but still. Hello, Zote. Thank you, Littlest Echidna, for the good final Zote to send us out. All right, it is time. Get ready for some chaos, y'all. Some very chaotic Mario. I am ready for it. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be heading over there in about 10 seconds. Thank you all very much for, if you've subscribed, or if you sent bits, or if you just came and hanged out, playing Zeldas and stuff with me. Next time, Breath of the Wild. Probably on Sunday morning, at the very least, Wednesday evening. No, unless there's Dungeons and Dragons. Whatever. Sometime soon, Breath of the Wild. Let's go say hi to Dan Jones. Bye!
Bye!